Hey guys, how are you all? Welcome back to my channel. Today we will see what if Fem Naruto has a secret child. If you enjoy, then please like, share and do comments. Once appeared a nine-tailed demon fox. One swing of her mighty tail could crumble mountains and cause tsunamis. To fight the demon, the people assembled the shinobi. One brave shinobi was able to seal up the demon, but he lost his life. That shinobi was called the fourth Hokage. The faces of Hokage Mountain pop up, but worst part is they have pink, orange and red paint doodled all over them. More so on the third's face than the others. Hanging from some ropes was a boy that appeared to be around the age of 10, painting swirls on the third's face. He is cackling while he is painting it. Hokage-sama. The third turns away from his calligraphy painting that he is working on at this time. What is it? Is Naruto causing trouble again? He asks as he looks at the ninjas that have entered the Hokage's chambers. Yes, that punk Naruto is desecrating the Hokage monument. The first ninja says, and his companion waves his hands around. And this time with paint. Sarutobi sighs when he puts on his Hokage robes and hat. Hey, stop causing trouble. A ninja shouts from the crowd of ninja on top of the Hokage tower. Stop doing this every day. You'll pay for this. One says, raising his fist at Naruto. Look at all that. Shut up, you idiots. The blonde boy shouts with a dab of paint under his eye. None of you guys could do something this horrible. He says as he spins around on the ropes. But I can. I am incredible. Geez, what has that idiot done? The Hokage asks, then mutters under his breath. Even my face. He saw Iruka out of the corner of his eye. HN? Third Hokage-sama. I apologize for this. The man says as he steps up onto the rail. Oh, Iruka. Sarutobi says when he turns to the man. Iruka takes in a deep breath. What the hell are you doing during class time? Get down here, you moron. He shouts at the young boy. Naruto panics and starts spinning wildly on the ropes. Yikes, that's Iruka-sensei. Iruka is standing in front of the classroom facing a tied-up Naruto who is planted in front of the class on his rump. Bah! Naruto huffs, turning his head away while pouting. Tomorrow is the ninja school's graduation exam. You have failed the last 2 times. Iruka shouts at him while pointing. This is no time to be causing trouble, moron. Yeah. Naruto huffs out as he stares off to the side through slitted eyes. Iruka snaps while gritting his teeth. Time for a review test on Henge no Jutsu. Everyone line up. He shouts at the class. What tilde? The class echoes out in protests. Transform perfectly into me. He shouts again. One kid after another came forward to show their henge abilities. Okay, good. Iruka says as yet another kid perfectly transformed into him. Next, Uzumaki Naruto. This is all your fault. One of the boys standing behind him says. Naruto walks forward with his hands on his hips in a girlish way. Like I care. He says, then stops in front of Iruka. Damn, this sucks. He adjusts his goggles on top of his head. Okay, here we go. He gathers chakra while he makes a sign with his hands. Transform. He transforms into a voluptuous woman that strikes a white pose. She blows a kiss at Iruka. Iruka's eyes pop out of his head and his nose erupts blood from it. Naruto starts cackling as he transforms back to normal. I call it, why no jutsu. The room is so quiet afterwards until Iruka erupts. You dumbass. He says as a vein pulses at his temple. Don't invent stupid skills. Naruto is now standing on a scaffold with a bucket of water scrubbing the paint off of the faces on Hokage Mountain. You could hear him muttering the whole time while scrubbing. I won't let you go home until you clean all of it. Iruka says, looking down from the top of the head he was standing on. His arms crossed with a scowl on his lips. Like I care, it's not like I have anyone to go home to. He lowers his head down so that Iruka couldn't see his face. Tears fill his eyes as he was scrubbing so much and trying to stop his tears in the process. Bah! Iruka has a worried expression on his face as he stares at the boy. If he was close enough he would have been able to hear the almost silent sobs coming from the boy's lips. Naruto? Iruka says, getting the boy's attention. Naruto looks up at him. Now what? He asks, looking through his tears at his sensei. Well, if you clean all this up. He scratches his cheek. I'll buy you some ramen tonight. He looks down at the bright expression that appeared on Naruto's face. Okay, I'll work hard. I will. He shouts out. It is already dark outside and the light shines brightly from Ichiraku Ramen where Naruto and Iruka are sitting inside eating their bowls of ramen. Naruto, Iruka says as he tries to get the boy's attention. Huh? Naruto asks while slurping up a huge bite of ramen. Why were you doing that to the monument? Don't you know who the Hokage are? He asks as he waves his hand around. Of course, Naruto says. Basically, those that receive the Hokage name. His mouth is full as he continues. Are the strongest ninjas in the village, right? The fourth's face from the monument popped up. And among them is the fourth. A hero who saved the village from a fox demon. Then why? He asks turning slightly to Naruto. One day I'm going to get the Hokage name. He then points his chopsticks at Iruka, and then I'm going to surpass all the previous Hokage. He states proudly. And then, I'll make the village recognize my strength. He puts his hands together in a pleading motion as he looks at his sensei. By the way, sensei, I have a request. What, you want seconds? He asks when he finished with his food in his mouth. No, can I borrow your leave head protector? 3, he begs. Oh, this? No, this is for after you graduate. He says while adjusting his head protector. This is a symbol that you've come of age. Maybe you'll get one tomorrow. Stingy. Naruto shouts out. Haha, so that's why you removed your goggles. Iruka chuckles. Seconds. Naruto shouts. Huh? Iruka shouts. The clouds pass slowly in the blue sky. Naruto is laying his chin down on the desk in front of him as he listens and watches the kids around him. Now, for the graduation exam, you will do the Bunshin no Jutsu. When you are called, come to the next room. Iruka explains as he stands in front of the class holding a clipboard. Naruto puts his hands to his sweaty, scared cheeks. Damn, what, that one? That's my worst skill. Mizuki and Iruka sit behind a desk with forehead protectors lined up. Naruto stands in front of them. But I'll do it. He boosts his chakra up as he made the sign for creating a clone. Watch this. Bunshin. Naruto's head turns to look at the pathetic clone that looked like someone doodled it. Quote exclamation mark quote. He starts sweating even more since he realized that he failed. Iruka had a look on his face like he was trying not to laugh. Fail. Iruka shouts out and Naruto flinches as it seems that his world is shattering around him. Iruka-sensei. Mizuki gets his attention towards the other man. This is his third time, and he did technically create a clone. He starts out. We could let him pass. Naruto perks up as he hears him say this. No way, Mizuki-sensei. Everyone else divided into 3. Iruka waves off. But Naruto only created one clone, and it was a useless one. He looks at the boy who has a furious look on his face. I can't let him pass. All of the children that graduated were in a crowd with their parents congratulating them. In a tree off to the side there sat Naruto in a swing staring longingly at the crowd. He could hear everything. Great job, that's my son, now you're a man, I'm so proud of you. I'm going to make your favorite dinner. Every word that was said shot through him making it plainly obvious that there was no way he would end up having someone say those words to him. A group of women saw him sitting there. Hey, that kid, one with a hat on said. Yeah, that's the kid. And he's the only one who failed. The other said, well, that's good. The first one says, we can't have him becoming a shinobi. She sneers at him, since he is. Hey, we can't talk about that. After she says this the swing ends up becoming empty as Naruto disappears. Sarutobi frowns as he hears every word of this and saw Naruto run off with tears coming down his cheeks. He notices Iruka standing to his side. Iruka, I need to talk to you. He says to the man. Yes. Mizuki noticed the boy ran off. He follows him and calls out. Naruto. The boy turns around and has a surprised expression on his face when he saw who it was. Mizuki-sensei. The two climbed to one of the tallest buildings and stared out across the village. Iruka-sensei is a serious person. His parents were killed when he was young and he's had to do everything himself. He tries to explain to the boy. But why does he only pick on me? He asks. Mizuki looks at him. He probably sees himself in you. Naruto's face holds shock. He's probably thinking he wants you to become strong in the real way. Naruto's face turns sad. Try to understand Iruka's feelings. Mizuki pauses. Since you also have no parents. Quote ellipsis dot dot quote. The boy starts musing. But I wish I had graduated. Mizuki looks at him slyly. Well then. He starts and Naruto's full attention is on him. Huh? He wonders. I'll tell you a special secret. It is dark out and the moon is partially covered by the dark clouds that creep across the black skies. On the Hokage's house you could see Naruto creeping along outside. As he enters the house he creeps around on the inside. What are you doing in my house at this hour? Sarutobi finally speaks up to let the boy know that he is behind him. Oh yes, and Naruto? Has anyone found out yet? How would they find out? I am not allowed to bath with anyone, so that would be stupid for them to find out. Naruto says as he grabs his chest. He gets a glint in his eyes and puts his hands in a sign. Why no jutsu? Wa? Sarutobi passes out from blood loss as his nose turned into a fountain. Naruto leaves him laying there and disappears down the hall. He sneaks off to a scroll room and rummages through them until he saw a huge scroll laying there. Quote! Found it. He leaves the building hopping off with only one person watching him as he leaves. Mizuki smirks as he watches the boy leave. Naruto found himself a hidden spot in the forest when he opens the scroll. Let's see, the first skill is, Kage Bunshin? He stares shocked at the scroll. What the hell? Why does it start with the one I'm bad at? Iruka lays down staring out his sunlight at the night sky as he thinks back to the conversation he had with the Hokage. Iruka, Sarutobi trails off. Yes, Hokage-sama? I know how you feel but... The man's voice picks up as he continues. He is similar to you. Iruka continues to let his mind wash over the situation. The image of the Kyuubi's tails fills his mind. The picture of the Kyuubi fills his mind completely as he remembers back when she attacked the village. We have to hold on until the fourth gets here. A ninja shouts out as Iruka gets hauled off by another. Let go of me. He shouts out as his parents fight the Kyuubi. My mom and dad are still fighting. The Kyuubi's eyes look crazed as she stares at the boy in anguish. She hates that she cannot control her body and Iruka's words shoot straight to her heart. Iruka's startled out of his memories when a loud knock came to his door. He gets up and answers the door to Mizuki. What is it? He asks the man. We must go to Hokage-sama's place. He sounds out of breath. Naruto has. His face is sweating. Taken the scroll of the forbidden seals as a joke. Quote! Iruka runs off to Hokage's house to see a group of ninjas in front shouting at the Hokage. He won't get away with this one. Hokage-sama, one shouts out at the elder. Yes, those are dangerous scrolls forbidden by the previous Hokage. He pauses as he looks at all of the ninjas standing in front of him. If used in certain ways, it can cause incredible trouble. He looks out from under the Hokage hat that adorned his head. It's been half a day since the scroll was taken. He says as he puffs his pipe. We must hurry and find Naruto. Yes, everyone says as they jet off to search for the blonde. Iruka searches over the buildings and looked at the horizon to see if he could see the boy. Quote! He pants out from running all over the village. I should check the woods? I'll spread the word throughout the village a little more, then I'll get rid of Naruto. Mizuki thinks as he jets around the village. I'll make it look like Naruto disappeared with the scroll. Naruto is surrounded by trees in the forest as he sits down and pants. The huge scroll is placed on his back. A shadow pops up over him and he looks up to see Iruka standing there with a peeved smile on his face. I found you, hey. He grits out. Oh, I found the nosebleeder. Naruto shouts as he stands up and points at Iruka with a huge smile on his face. Idiot, I found you. He huffs a breath out while watching Naruto laughs. He notices that Naruto is not in pristine condition that he was when he last saw him. He, you found me, I've only learned one skill. He explains to Iruka. Hey, you're all beaten up, what were you doing? Iruka asked. Never mind that, hey, I'm going to try an incredible skill. He looks more excited than ever. If I do it, let me graduate. Iruka looks at him in shock. So, you were practicing here? Enough to damage your body. He muses as he watches the young boy. Naruto. HN? Where did you get the scroll on your back? He asks. Oh this? He turns his head to look at the scroll. Mizuki-sensei told me about it. And about this place too. His hands still formed in the same signs. He said that if I showed you this skill. He grins. I'd definitely graduate. Mizuki? A movement caught his attention. He pushes Naruto out of the way. Kunai were thrown and Iruka took the brunt of them. He slides back and hits the shack behind him. Mizuki lands on a tree limb. Nice job in finding him. He says when he stops moving. I see, so that's what's going on. Iruka grits out as he starts pulling kunais out. Naruto looks at Mizuki with a confused expression. Naruto, give me the scroll. Mizuki says as he glares at the boy. Hey, hey. He panics as he looks between both of the senseis. What's going on here? Hey, Naruto. Don't give him the scroll even if you die. Iruka grits out as he pulls another kunai out of his chest. That is a dangerous scroll that has forbidden ninjutsu sealed within it. Mizuki stands straight up. Mizuki used you in order to get his hands on it. Naruto glares up at Mizuki. Naruto, there's no point in you having it. He smiles at the boy. I'll tell you the truth. Iruka's face went from pained and angry to shocked. He gasps out with veins popping out on his temple from anger. No, don't. 12 years ago, you know about the demon fox being sealed, right? Naruto looks at Mizuki, confusion full-blown on his face. Since that incident, a new rule was created for this village. A rule? The boy asks. But, Naruto, this rule was never meant to be told to you. He smirks at the boy. Not to me? What is this rule? Why? Mizuki starts laughing. What kind of rule is it? The rule is that nobody is allowed to talk about the fact that you are the demon fox. Mizuki says with an evil glint in his eyes. Huh? Naruto's eyes widen and he falls on his rump. What do you mean? Stop it. Iruka shouts out at Mizuki. It means that you are the Nine-Tails demon that killed Iruika's parents and destroyed the village. Mizuki kept on while Naruto's world starts crashing around him. You were sealed up by the Hokage you admire and… Stop it. Iruka shouts out again as his eyes scrunch closed. You have been lied to by everyone. Naruto's eyes closed tightly as tears sprang to them. Didn't you find it odd how everyone hated you? Mizuki took one of the giant throwing stars off of his back and started spinning them. Iruka is the same. He actually hates you. Iruka starts panicking for Naruto's sake. Naruto. Naruto starts boosting up his chakra. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Iruka falls over. Gah, he cries out. He thinks of the words the Hokage said to him. He's never known a parent's love and is hated by all the villagers because of the incident. But that isn't all, Iruka. Naruto isn't just a boy. All Uzumaki males cannot be counted as males. Same with the females. It is their choice which they go, but their bodies decide to stick more for the females than anything. He can become a mother whenever he chooses. And recently he has shown that he is close to his first cycle. One wrong push can make him start early. Nobody will ever accept you. Mizuki shouts as he charges at the boy. Iruka thinks more on what the Hokage says. So to get attention, he makes a lot of trouble. He's seeking acknowledgement of his existence in any possible way. That scroll was used to seal you up. Mizuki shouts out more as his facial expression changes to one of madness. He acts tough, but he is truly suffering. The confusion as to why he acts differently also is painting his desperation to have a parental figure. He already knows that he cannot be a man since he has both female and male reproductive glands. The desperation is what I want to remedy, and hopefully you can for me. He needs someone who has been alone but also to know that he is not all male. When Mizuki threw the giant shuriken, Iruka ran as fast as he could just to intercept it. Naruto looks up when he feels some warm blood drip onto his cheeks. His eyes widen when he realizes what Iruka has done. Blood starts pouring out of Iruka's mouth and Mizuki now holds a shocked expression on his deranged face. Why? Naruto asks as he looks like he's on the verge of tears. You couldn't see Iruka's eyes as he hovers over Naruto's body. My parents, after they died, there was nobody to compliment me or acknowledge me. I was so sad. I would always act like an idiot to get people's attention. Since I wasn't able to do well in things like school and get attention that way. It was better than being nothing. So I kept acting like an idiot. He leans further over. It was so painful. Naruto looked closer at Iruka's face and saw that the man was crying. Yeah, Naruto, you must have been in a lot of pain too. He cries out. I'm sorry, Naruto. If I had done a better job, you wouldn't have had to feel like this. Mizuki grits his teeth as he watches the boy's face to see if he was buying the words that Iruka spoke from his heart. Naruto looks around his sensei at Mizuki. He gets up and runs off away from both of the men. Naruto. Sorry, but Naruto isn't the type to have a change of heart. Mizuki says as he lands behind Iruka. He plans to use the scroll to get revenge on the village. You saw those eyes earlier, those were the eyes of a demon. Gah! Iruka cries out as he takes the giant shuriken from his back. He pants out from the pain and loss of blood. Naruto isn't like that. Naruto is still running away while Mizuki starts to chase him. Well, that doesn't really matter. I'll kill Naruto and get the scroll. I'll take care of you later. Iruka's body shakes with his effort to get up. No way. Now we have to get him before he releases the demon power. One man shouts out in the crowd of ninjas grouped together. He is very dangerous. Kill him if you find him. Sarutobi sits in front of his surveillance orb. I finally find him and I see this. Mizuki has told him, now Naruto is afraid like never before. The power that is sealed may be released. Plus he is holding the scroll of seals. The odds of him being able to break the seal and reverting back into the Nine-Tails Fox is 1 in a million, but it is possible, if that happens. Iruka runs through the forest and notices Naruto up ahead. Found him. Naruto. He speeds up to run alongside of the boy. Hurry, pass me the scroll. Mizuki is after it. Naruto lands on a branch, readies himself and attacks Iruka. Naruto hits Iruka and the man flies through the air to hit the ground. Naruto lands and slides to a stop while panting. He falls back against the tree holding the scroll in front of him. What? Why, Naruto? Iruka pants while struggling to get up. The man loses his henge and transforms into his real form. Mizuki glares at the boy. How did you know I wasn't Iruka? Hehehe. Naruto laughs and in a cloud of smoke Iruka reveals that it was him. I'm Iruka. Mizuki stands up with a sneer on his face. I see. Not 15 feet away hiding behind a tree sits the real Naruto hugging the giant scroll to his chest. Hehehe. You'd even transform into what killed your parents to protect him. I won't hand the scroll over to an idiot like you. Iruka glares at him. You're the idiot. Naruto and I are the same. Mizuki states, which shocks Iruka. The same? He asks. Naruto glares while listening. If you use the skills in that scroll, you can do whatever you want. There's no way that Demon Fox wouldn't try to use the power. Unlike what you're assuming. Yeah? Hearing Iruka agree, the boy has sorrow filling his face. Damn, I knew it. See, even Iruka-sensei deep down doesn't acknowledge me. The Demon Fox would do that. Naruto perks up at those words. But Naruto is different. I've acknowledged him as one of my excellent students. Naruto's face holds shock on it. He may not be the hardest worker. Naruto hides his face on top of the large scroll. And he's clumsy, so nobody accepts him. He already knows what it is to feel pain in your heart. He isn't the Demon Fox anymore. He is a member of the Hidden Leaf Village. He's Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto reveals his face to show that he was bawling his eyes out. Mizuki is shocked by this. Okay, whatever. He grabs the last giant shuriken off of his back. Iruka tries to get up but ends up slamming back into the tree. He cries out as the wound on his back scrapes against the bark. Iruka, I said I would take care of you later, but I'm changing my mind. He starts spinning the shuriken. Hurry up and die. So this is it. Iruka closes his eyes. Naruto rushes forward and knees Mizuki in the face, which shocks the man as he flies back. The giant shuriken spun off wildly and hit a tree. Iruka's face held shock as he watched Naruto slide to a stop holding the giant scroll under one arm. Naruto, you should not have done that, Mizuki says while trying to get up. Naruto stands up holding the scroll upright. Don't touch Iruka-sensei. I'll kill you, Naruto says while glaring out from under his goggles. You idiot, why did you come out? Run away, Iruka shouts at the boy. Shut up, punks like you I'll kill in one shot. Mizuki shouts with a manic grin on his face. Try it, trash. I'll return the pain 1,000 times over. He holds his hands in a sign. Then do it, Demon Fox. Mizuki shouts out while Iruka's face holds shock on it. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. Mizuki's face held the, oh shit, expression on it when he saw 8,000 Narutos surrounding them. What's going on? Mizuki says as he starts panicking. What's wrong? Come at me. Weren't you going to kill me with one shot? All of the Narutos said at the same time. Iruka's jaw drops. Naruto? You? Well then, I'll start things off. Mizuki starts sweating as all of the Narutos attack him. Iruka smiles. Hey, he really did divide into 1,000. Plus, each wasn't an illusion but an actual body using the high-level injutsu, Kage Bunshin. He may surpass all previous Hokage, Mizuki looked like someone used him as a punching bag. Hee, I went a little too far. Naruto says as he rubs the back of his head. Naruto, come over here, there's something I want to give you. Did anyone find him? No. Damn it, this is bad. He may be far away by now. There's nothing to worry about. Sarutobi tells everyone. Everyone's attention turns to the Hokage. Hokage-sama, he'll be back soon. The Hokage says with a smile and smoke drifting off of his pipe. Sensei, now? Naruto asks while the darkness from his closed eyes is all that he could see. Okay, you can open your eyes. Iruka's visage came into focus in the blue eyes. The man was smiling at him. Congratulations on graduating. Let's celebrate. I'll buy you a bowl of ramen. Naruto's lips tremble, which came to Iruka's attention. Naruto lunges in to hug Iruka around his neck. Hey, that hurts. I planned to lecture Naruto that the hard part of being a shinobi had just begun. Well, I'll save that for the ramen place. The village of the Hidden Leaf. Right now a young man is starting a new life to become a ninja. A balding man with a thin mustache stood behind a camera. Hey, you sure you want to look like that? He asks the boy he was about to take a picture of. Yeah, just do it. Naruto shouts out from the top of Hokage Tower. The man gets under the dark blanket hooked to the back of the camera. Fine. He gave up trying to change the boy's mind and adjusts the camera's angle. Don't regret it. Okay, cheese. The man clicks the button to take the picture. Naruto poses with his skin painted white with red swirls all over like he was a kabuki actor. The Hokage looks at Naruto's ninja profile and pauses before he sealed it with Naruto's medical records. He didn't want anyone to see that Naruto was more than a boy in Jinchuriki. He looks at Naruto out of the corner of his eye. Hee. Naruto laughs. Quote. The Hokage is speechless. It took me forever to come up with a good face. 3 hours later I decided on that one. He says with a cocky face as he points his thumb into his chest. Yeah, but, it's pretty artistic, Retake it. Hokage says with a little bit of finality added. Naruto sulks as the Hokage looks at him over. Where's your headplate? He asks when he notices the boy isn't wearing it. I'm saving it for tomorrow's ceremony. I don't want to damage it. The boy explains. Well, this ninja registration book lists all those in the village with high ability. This should be an important document to you, yet, what's with this face? He asks looking at Naruto's picture again. Well, I don't understand stuff like that. Naruto whines. The door creaks a little bit. Quote. Old man, fight me. A little boy rushes out attacking the Hokage. Quote. Naruto's face holds shock on it. Does it ever end? Sigh. Sarutobi mutters. Oh, not again. A man runs to the room. Ah. He gasps out as the boy slips on his scarf and falls flat on his face. OWWW. He cries out. Naruto is left speechless. Damn it, who set a trap? Konohamaru shouts out while rubbing his chin. Are you alright? And there isn't a trap anywhere. Konohamaru's tutor Ebisu explains while pushing his sunglasses back up with his middle finger. Who's this kid? Naruto wonders as the little boy looks at him. Hey, Konohamaru says to Naruto. Ah, that's. Ebisu starts. Bah, the nine-tails punk. I hate that loser. I know. You did something. Konohamaru blames Naruto. You just tripped on your own, you idiot. Naruto says as he grabs the boy's shirt and brought him closer. Hey, Naruto. Let go of him. That's the third Hokage-sama's grandson. Ebisu panics as he watches. Konohamaru grins. Go ahead and punch me. He grits out from clenched teeth. Now that he knows who I am, he can't do it. Ebisu starts to panic more. PFT, he's just the same as my tutor and everyone else. You think I give a damn, moron? Naruto shouts out as he hits the boy aside the head. Ouch! Konohamaru cries out. What? Ebisu shouts. Geez. The Hokage frowns. Naruto's walking back home when he noticed that Konohamaru is doing a poor job entailing him without Naruto's notice. HN? Stop following me. What the hell is that? He asks when he noticed the boy was holding the camouflage fence sheet the wrong way. You aren't fooling anyone, idiot. Hee. Impressive, to see through this. The rumors about you are true. Hey, I'll let you be my boss. Konohamaru points at Naruto. Huh? Naruto asks confused. In exchange, teach me that, why no jutsu, you defeated Grandpa with. Please boss. He starts begging. Quote exclamation mark. Boss, Naruto asks. Okay, the basics are, Bon, Q, Bon. Now do it. He instructs the boy. Yes, boss. Transform. Konohamaru does the signs and the smoke revealed that he transformed into a fat ugly chick in a bathing suit. No, wrong. More slender. More beautiful. By the way, why are you going after your grandpa so much? Naruto asks while sitting on a log after they finish training the boy. Quote exclamation mark quote. Konohamaru sat there thinking. Grandpa gave me the name Konohamaru. I'm named after the village. But even though everyone is used to that name here, nobody ever calls me that. Quote exclamation mark quote. Naruto looks shocked. When everyone sees me or calls me, all they see is Hokage's grandson. Nobody sees me as me. I'm sick of that. That's why I want the Hokage name now. Naruto purses his lips as he muses. Idiot. Who would acknowledge a punk like you? Huh? Konohamaru jolts. The Hokage name isn't so easy that a brat could take it. Naruto explains. What? The brunette clenches his fist. It's not that easy, moron. Quote exclamation mark quote. The boy sits back down. Hokage, Hokage. If you want the name that much, then. Naruto pauses. Then what? Konohamaru growls out. Then kick my ass first. Naruto grins as the boy's face holds shock. I have found you. Ebisu says above them as he stands on a tree limb. Quote exclamation mark quote. Naruto jerks his head around to look up at the man. Huh? Konohamaru parrots Naruto's movements. Ebisu looks at Naruto through his dark sunglasses. The demon. Those eyes again. Why does everyone? Naruto shifts. Now, young master, let's go home. Ebisu says as he jumps down about 10 feet away from the boys. No, I'm going to defeat Grandpa and get the Hokage name. Right now. Don't get in my way. Konohamaru shouts as his sensei. He's still saying that. Naruto thinks as he stood there while the younger boy powers up his chakra. A Hokage must be well versed in all aspects of being a ninja. You must know over 1,000 skills and then finally. Huh? Ebisu preaches as he walked closer to the boys at a slow pace. What made him stop were Konohamaru's hands doing signs. Transform. The smoke clears and reveals Konohamaru transforming into a beautiful brunette woman. Naked woman at that. Take this. Why no jutsu? Ebisu's jaw almost dropped to the ground as the boy transforms back. Huh? Didn't work. He sounded disappointed. WH. What a vulgar skill. The man screeches out while having a meltdown. I am a gentleman. Such a super low-class skill. Naruto's face looks almost like a ticking time bomb. Will never work against me. The man starts tugging at Konohamaru's scarf. Young master, if you hang out with the likes of him, you'll just turn stupid. Just do what I say. I am your easiest shortcut to becoming Hokage. Now let's go home. No. Konohamaru shouts while trying to get away from him. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. They were surrounded by tons of Narutos. Quote exclamation mark quote. The shock on the boy's face was comical. Wow, that's incredible. Hey, how foolish, I am an elite tutor. He starts making signs on his hands. I'm not Mizuki. Transform. All of the Bunshins did signs. Quote exclamation mark quote. Huh? Ebisu looks on with a stupid look on his face. He was then surrounded by a bunch of Narutos in the naked girl version. Then the blood work started. He flew back a few feet from it, exploding from his nose. Naruto releases the jutsu. I call that one. Harem no jutsu. He says while winking at him. Damn it, I couldn't even defeat my tutor. The boy whines when tears come to his eyes. I really want a name that people will acknowledge. Yet why? It's not that easy, dummy. Naruto says as he beats him aside the head. This is the Hokage name, the name of the greatest ninja in the village. Naruto thought back as images of little girls and their parents. With so many bad things, I was often lost. Iruka's image appeared in his mind. I finally found someone that would accept me, but just that was incredibly difficult. You better prepare yourself. Prepare? Konohamaru asks. If you want an incredible name like Hokage that everyone will acknowledge. Naruto pauses. Quote exclamation mark quote. Konohamaru listens intently as the wind starts to blow. There ain't going to be any shortcuts. Naruto says as leaves blow around him. Konohamaru's cheeks pinken when he thinks back to what Naruto said before. If you want the Hokage name, kick my ass first. Bah, Stop lecturing me as if you're important. He turns away from Naruto. Naruto watches him. I'm not letting you be my boss any longer. He turns his face a little. Single quote ellipsis single quote. He turns to look at the blonde. From now on, we're rivals, he says as he grins at Naruto. Naruto smiles. Sorry, but starting tomorrow I'm taking first step as a ninja. But hey, one day I'll fight you for that Hokage name. I'll be looking forward to it. Konohamaru. Yawn. Naruto stretches as he sits up in his bed. He moved the blanket and felt something wet in the bed. His face pales as he looks down and the now red sheets bring his real problem to light. He remembers the Hokage and his own personal doctor talking to him one day. This is Katsume. She is the only doctor in the whole village that knows about the Uzumaki affliction. Sarutobi steps aside to show a beautiful red-haired woman with green eyes. Now, Saruto boy-sama. You act as if the lad is going to die. She shakes her head at the man. Sheesh, don't scare him. He won't die. At Naruto's relieved face she sighs. She sits down in a chair so that she could be at eye level with the 6-year-old. She picks the boy up and puts him on her lap. He looked so scared since she was the only one to have done this. Do you want to know what my name was before I married? What? The childish voice asked her and she smiled. Uzumaki. Only a few knew that. The Hokage included. I found out around the same time you did that we were different. She pushes his chin up. Well, you being 6 will make you explore your body more. And I'm guessing that is what you did, huh? He nods. And you found something strange, right? Another nod. Something a normal little boy wouldn't have? Another nod. Can you show me? The boy starts to look scared so she hugged him. Don't worry. Remember that I'm like you. He calms down from the hug and she places him on the examination table. She helps him remove his shorts and boxers. I'm scared. He whimpers. She smiles at him. It's okay, Naruto. I'm going to check your body's development, okay? He nods. She moved his scrotum out of the way to reveal fully formed vaginal folds. She smiles. From the look of this you're well equipped to have children without problems. Her hands glow as she runs her hands over his body. She finishes and hands him his clothes back. So what's the verdict? The Hokage asks Katsume. She shakes her head at his words. His body is more feminine than male now. As a matter of fact his male reproductive system is only a quarter what it should be, where his female are normal for a little girl. He'll probably start his menses anywhere from late 11s to late 13s. She explains. Men-esses? Naruto furrows his brow. She turns to Naruto and smiles sadly. People normally call it period. It is where your body shows that it is mature enough to show it can have a baby. When it starts doing this you will start bleeding. At his wide eyes she waves. No, don't worry. This kind of bleeding doesn't kill you. She laughs. Then a serious expression on her face made him frown. But when that happens you will need to learn to keep your period under tabs. Definitely no bathing with anyone who doesn't know about it. Understood? She asks as she put her hands on his shoulders. I'll give you a box of goodies that should help when that time comes. She then turned to Sarutobi. You need to teach him how to henge his body soon. His eyes widen. Why? The old man asks. Really? You're going to ask that? She rubs her head. I forget sometimes how clueless men can be. He'll start developing breasts around that time as well. Naruto frowns as he rubs his chest. He then takes out a box after he takes the sheets off his bed. He opens the letter. Naruto. Inside is the start of what you will need. Since your period has just started I have placed sanitation napkins and tampons inside with a diagram on how to use them. There are also some painkillers for the bloating, cramping and other stuff. Remember to just be you and don't worry. You are a wonderful person. Love Katsume. P.S. Don't forget to use your illusions for those love bumps. He smiles when he finished. Held up a box of tampons and a package of pads. Which? He then noticed the tablet of instructions. Oh, this is going to be hell. When he finished the new morning business he trudged to the table bringing the box of tampons with. He placed it next to his milk. He finished his toast and milk, and then as he dressed he was in the middle of putting his goggles on when he remembered his hite on his dresser. He. Naruto now sat in the classroom giggling even if his stomach was cramping a bit. Huh? Naruto, what the hell are you doing here? Only those who pass are supposed to be here. A boy says as he confronts Naruto. Naruto points his thumb at his hite. Hey, can't you see this head protector? He says. Hey, will you let me through? A pink-haired girl walks up to them. Quote! Naruto's cheeks turn pink. My idol, Sakura-chan. Naruto's actions towards the girl will be different since he is more girly than normal. Haruno Sakura. The girl that I hope I can be like. Could it be, she wants to sit next to me? Naruto. Move your ass. I want to sit on the other side of you. She glares and growls at Naruto. Huh? Naruto turns his head and notices a black-haired boy sitting next to him. Oh, this guy. He was the most popular in our class. He tries to hide his panic on his face as he stares at the boy who he has a crush on with a glare. Uchiha Sasuke. Always acts cool. I love this boy even if he is a bastard towards everyone. Although I doubt he would like me. Sasuke looks at Naruto with a suspicious glance. This blonde is hiding things. He thought as he stares back at Naruto. What? What do you mean, what? He shouts at him even though he doesn't want to act like this towards him. Sasuke-kun, can I sit next to you? 3? Sakura asks as she shoved Naruto down. As she does this, Naruto's scent came to her attention. He smells like a girl. Naruto squirms. He glares about the fact that Sakura made his cramps worse. Maybe I should have taken a pill after all. Sakura slinks closer to Sasuke while he looks at Naruto's pale face out from the corner of his eye. What's with this guy? He acts all girly all of a sudden. Sasuke muses to himself. Today I'm going to get Sasuke-kun. Her inner Sakura has a gleam to her eyes. I'm going to steal his first kiss. Her eyes say it all. He glares at Sakura. Even though I understand her wants, she better keep her hands off of Sasuke. Naruto gets up on the desk to stare at Sasuke. He was trying to make sure he didn't see him blush. Hey, Naruto. Get out of Sasuke-kun's face. She stands and balls her fists at the blonde. Move, Naruto says even though he couldn't help a tiny blush to touch his cheeks. Bah, why does he have to be so cute? Sasuke wonders. Sasuke-kun, kick his ass. One of the girls in class says. Yeah, the others cheer. Wow, really? A boy stood up and bumped Naruto. Huh? Naruto says as his lips connect to something. Oh, sorry about that. The boy says as he turns to look at the blonde. Sakura says as her face holds a shocked expression. Naruto and Sasuke's lips were locked with a kiss. I'm kissing Sasuke. Naruto's inner self was a girly version dancing with flowers flowing around him. No, I can't like this. I'm kissing a girly boy. But it feels so good, and he smells so nice. Sasuke's thought process was jumbled. Sakura had a meltdown. Both boys saw this and the same thought came to their mind. Can't show we liked it. Naruto, you bastard. I'll kill you, Sasuke said as they separated quickly. Huh? My fault? The boy mutters. My mouth is rotting, Naruto says as he gags. That should do well enough. Huh? He pauses in his acting. I sense something bad. He turns around to look behind him. It was an accident, he says to the girl who is slowly starting to get on his nerves. Naruto, you're annoying, Sakura says as she cracks her knuckles. Her face would rival a Yakuza's henchman. Tears ran out of Naruto's eyes as his face drips with sweat from his cramps getting stronger. After all of the girls traded hits, Naruto's face looked like he was fully purple and swollen. My cramps are a whole lot worse. He thinks as his head is lying on the desk. How do women cope with this once a month? What am I thinking? I'll have to deal with this. Iruka walked into the classroom and his eyes flashed worriedly to Naruto. He jerks his head to the door in a silent message telling Naruto to follow him. This didn't go unnoticed by the lone Uchiha as his eyes flashed to worry then back to blank as he hid the emotion well. Iruka closed the door not knowing he had a hitchhiker on his shoulder. Why are you so pale, Naruto? The man asks while putting a hand on his forehead. I can't tell you, Naruto mutters. Naruto? Iruka sighs. He kneeled to bring his student eye to eye. I know, Naruto. Know what? The boy mutters. I know that you aren't just a boy. That you are more girl than boy. Also, the fact that you should start your cycle soon. He says to the boy. Every word made the boy's eyes widen. He starts crying. I started this morning. He whispers loud enough for Iruka to hear. The bug on his shoulder slowly moving around trying and succeeding in hiding. I hurt so much right now. The boy cries not understanding why. It's okay, Naruto. Your hormones are just starting to shift now. I'll tell you what. After I finish in there I'll go talk to Katsume and see if she has some pain pills, okay? He asks him and Naruto shook his head. I have some at home. They are in a box marked, for when you start. Naruto sniffles making his tears go away. Okay, then I will go get you some after I start to hand out the team assignments. Naruto puts his key to his apartment into the man's larger hand. Iruka noticed this and thought, his hands will probably stay small, won't they? He puts his hand on Naruto's back. Okay, let's go inside. He ushered him back into the classroom. Two sets of black eyes followed the blonde as he moves back to his seat. Sasuke's eyes widens at the appearance of tears on his normally cheerful face. What is wrong with Naruto? His thoughts were disrupted when Shino starts coughing really hard in the back of the classroom. He can't be. Shino mutters as his cheeks turn pink. With his coughing under control as he turns back into the quiet Shino everyone knows. He let loose a few bugs to attach to Naruto. Iruka clears his throat to get the class's attention. Beginning today all of you are real ninjas. But you are still merely rookie, genin. The hard part has just started. Now, you will soon be assigned duties by the village. So today we will be creating the 3-man teams. And each team will have a Junin sensei. You will follow that sensei's instructions as you complete the assigned duties. Iruka smiles as he finishes his explanation. PFT, 3-man teams? That's just more people in my way. Sasuke thinks as she sits there. His eyes flicker to Naruto. Unless I can find out who the blonde really is. I have to be with Sasuke-kun. Sakura glares and clenches her fists. Sasuke, then, anyone besides Sakura-chan. But I have to make it look like I'm disappointed if they put me with him. Naruto grits his teeth as he tries not to cry out from the pain. We tried to balance each team's strength. Iruka continues. What? A boy shouts out. After the first 6 teams were assigned, Iruka looks at his clipboard. Next, Team 7. Haruno Sakura, Uzumaki Naruto. Sakura pouts. Damn, while Naruto shows perfect acting skills when he cheers. Yay, clenching his fists. While Sasuke looks at his white knuckles. And, Uchiha Sasuke. Iruka stops when he noticed Naruto slump down in pain while worried black eyes went unnoticed as Sasuke looked at the sweat forming on the blonde's upper lip. Damn, Naruto mutters out from pain. Hell yes, the pink-haired girl shouts out. Iruka's brow furrows from worry. Better hurry it up. He was interrupted by Naruto. Iruka-sensei, why does an outstanding ninja like me have to be on the same team as that bum? Iruka looks back at Naruto. Sasuke's grades were first among all 27 graduates. Naruto, you were dead last? He says as he puts his hands on his hips. We have to do this to balance the teams, understand? Bah, Sasuke says denying that he has any interest in the blonde. Just don't get in my way, Yusura Tonkachi. Naruto shook from anger but also from pain. What did you call me? Naruto shouts. Give it a rest, Naruto. Sakura shouts. Iruka sighs. Well, this should work out. Even with Naruto, he shakes his head. Okay, this afternoon we'll introduce the Junin senseis. Take a break until then. Damn that Sasuke. Naruto shouts from the roof as he eats his lunch and waits for Iruka to come with his medicine. And Sakura too. He sighs. Damn. He munches on his sandwich. Isn't there anything good? I like him but he's just mean to me. And Sakura is turning into such a bitch. Why did I ever want to be like her? I know. The only time Sasuke has an opening is when he's eating. Naruto sneaks up behind Sasuke who was eating outside the window. He whips a rope around Sasuke and pulls him back into the window. ARGG. Damn, Naruto. They struggled a little and Sasuke noticed some blood on Naruto's pants. Don't resist. He struggles more until Sasuke stops. There are no sounds in the room. He grabs the ledge of the window wearing a Sasuke henge. Hey, idiot. Sakura sighs as she sits on a bench after she finished her lunch. Even if I go after him using my looks, my breasts and butt are below average. The only thing above average is the size of my forehead. How can I? She looked shocked. Quote exclamation mark quote. She straightens up when she saw Sasuke leaning against a tree. Huh? No way. Sasuke smiles at her. He's looking right at me. And with warm eyes. It feels like he's looking into my heart. Her imagination ran wild at that moment. Showed Sakura and Sasuke standing in front of her. You sure have a large charming forehead, makes me want to kiss it. Dream, Sasuke says. That's what it's for. 3 feet, Dream, Sakura says. Real, Sasuke straightens up from the tree. Oh, she sighs again. Geez, I'm not a fairy tale believing little kid. Like that would happen. You sure have a large charming forehead. Naru, Sasuke says. Maybe I can get her back for that beat down her and her bitchy ass fan members gave me earlier. This chick is demented. The only good thing her forehead is good for is target practice since it's big enough. Huh? Sakura is surprised by the response she heard from Sasuke. Makes me want to kiss it. With a shuriken that is. He tries not to laugh. Sakura blushes. Yes, hell yeah, he's mine. Inner Sakura shouts. Haha, that sounds like something Naruto would say. Naru, Sasuke says. Damn, she pouts. Sakura, there's something I want to ask you. He sits next to her. Huh? She looks at him. What do you think of Naruto? He asks her. Single quote ellipsis single quote. She thinks for a while. He's always getting in the way of my love. And he enjoys seeing me struggle. Naruto doesn't understand anything about me. He's just annoying. All I want is, for you to acknowledge me. Naru, Sasuke's eyes grew wide. This bitch is mental. Not counting she doesn't know me at all. Naru, Sasuke mentally shook his head. I'm serious. I would do anything. Because I like you. She starts coming towards him to kiss him. I feel repulsed by this. Not counting it's making my cramps worse. He felt a sharp pain course through him. Quote exclamation mark quote. The pain gets sharper and he holds his stomach. My stomach. Quote question mark. What's wrong? Sakura asks as she watches Sasuke walk off holding his stomach. Why the hell is it hurting so much now? He huffs out a breath. I'll be right back. He runs to the bathroom. That was close. Barely held the transformation through the pain. He looked down at his boxers and noticed the red stain. While he was trying to line them with toilet paper, he thought about his conversation with Sakura. Geez, she called me annoying, again. I was supposed to fuck with her head to make her realize she's stupid for always fawning over the bastard who doesn't like anyone but himself. Oh, wait, if I make her think that Sasuke is a jerk. He. This is a good plan. Damn, the bleeding let up a little. He stared at the bloody water in the toilet. I don't have any tampons. He frowns. I wonder if she's still waiting for me. He ran out of the bathroom only to see Sasuke walking towards him. What are you doing here? He shouts at Sasuke while sliding to a stop on his rump. Blood spread more on his pants. Ninjas can untie ropes. Remember that, Usura Tankachi. He smirks and then freezes when he noticed the big patch of blood spreading slowly on the crotch of his orange jumpsuit. Is he really injured there? Who could hurt someone that bad in that area? The Uchiha wonders. Oh, Naruto mutters. So this is Naruto's house? A silver-haired Junin said as he picked up the box of tampons sitting on his table. I thought Naruto was a he. He asks the Hokage. Yes, on both counts. But there is something you need to know, Kakashi. The conversation halted when they heard a key in the lock. They saw Iruka enter. Oh, I didn't know there would be someone here. His eyes then went to the box in the white-haired ninja's hands. So what he said was true. Iruka? Sarutobi brought the man's attention to him. Explain. While I was handing out the team assignments, Naruto looked pale. I pulled him out in the hallway and he told me he started his cycle this morning. Iruka pauses. He's in so much pain and I don't think he brought but one of those with him. He nods to the box in Kakashi's hands. Tampons. Do not leave in past 8 hours and change regularly. He looks paler and looks at Sarutobi. He's a moron, but I think giving him to you is best. You have a good nose for these types. The old man explains. Plus, your team would have Sasuke of that Uchiha clan. Good luck. This could be troublesome. A drop of sweat falls down his cheeks. Yes, sir. He stops as Iruka grabs a side pouch from a shelf and then 5 tampons out of the box Kakashi was still holding. His cheeks turned pink when the black-haired shinobi bends over a box by Naruto's bed and rummages through it. He turns his head to the other 2 men and poofed away in a cloud of smoke. What was he doing? He asked. From what it looked like he grabbed a pair of pants and made a care pack for Naruto's cycle. Young women tend to carry them when it is close to their cycle. Sarutobi explains. So he can have kids? Kakashi adds and at the nod. Great, I have to protect 2 virginities. After Iruka pulled Naruto off and gave him the care package, he changed his pants and read the note Iruka gave him. What does he mean by boxers are not good for when I am on my cycle? He packed his pants into a scroll to be brought home later and washed. These tampons are difficult, but at least this one didn't hurt like the last one. Oh, and got to love the painkillers. He grins as he packs everything up and returned to class. Sasuke noticed that he was wearing new pants. What is he hiding? I will find out eventually. Sasuke thought with a determined gleam in his eyes. After every one of the teams left, Team 7 was the only ones left. Naruto pokes his head outside the class door. He looks up and down the halls. Naruto, stay still, Sakura says as she leans on a desk. Why is the sensei of our Team 7 so damn late? All the other teams have gone off with their teachers. Naruto pouts. And Iruka-sensei also left. He smirks, then got on a stool. Sasuke's eyes never left him. Hey, what are you doing, Naruto? She walks over to him. Nihihi. He giggles as he puts an eraser in the door. That's what you get for being late, he says as he jumps from the stool. Geez, I'm not involved. Inside inner Sakura had a huge grin on her face. I actually like these types of things. TFT, like a Junin is going to fall for such a simple booby trap. Sasuke stops what he was trying to say when a hand grabbed the door. Kakashi pokes his head in and the eraser fell on top of his head. Quote exclamation mark quote. Kakashi looked irritated. Gya ha 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 ha, you fell for it. Naruto shouts out in glee. I'm so sorry, sensei. I tried to stop him but Naruto. Her voice trembles like she is trying to hold back a laugh where inner Sakura gave Naruto double thumbs up. Okay, that was better than I imagined. Single quote ellipsis. This is really a Junin? He doesn't seem very reliable. Sasuke thinks. How can I say this? He rubs his mask-covered chin. My first impression is, I don't like you guys. Sasuke gave him a look as if he was calling the man lame. Sakura and Naruto both are giving him the freak look. Okay, let's begin with some introduction. Kakashi says to his new students. They were now on a roof with his students lined up and sitting down. What do you want to know? Sakura asks. How about your likes, dislikes, dreams for the future, hobbies, stuff like that? He explains. Hey, why don't you introduce yourself to us first? Naruto suggests. Yeah, you look suspicious? Sakura said with a wary look on her face. Oh, me? My name is Hitaki Kakashi. I have no desire to tell you guys about my likes and dislikes. Dreams for the future? Well, I have lots of hobbies. His eye held mischief inside of it. So, all we learned, is his name? Sakura grumbles out. Now it's your turn, from the right. He motions for Naruto to start. Me, my name is Uzumaki Naruto. I like cup ramen. What I like even more is the restaurant ramen Iruka-sensei buys me. What I dislike is waiting 3 minutes for the cup ramen to cook. My dream, he pauses with an excited look on his face. Does he think about anything besides ramen? Kakashi wonders. Is to surpass Hokage, and then, have all the people of this village acknowledge my existence. When he finished, Kakashi's eye widened. He's grown in an interesting way. His mask hid his smile. Hobbies, pranks, I guess. Naruto finished his introduction. I see. Kakashi rubs his head. Next, my name is Uchiha Sasuke. There are tons of things I dislike but I don't really like anything and I don't want to use the word dream, but to kill a certain man. Sasuke says seriously. Cool. 3 feet. Sakura fawns over Sasuke. He better not mean me. His face then turns sad. I wish I could understand him better. My chest hurts even thinking about him being upset or hurt. I thought so, Kakashi thought as he looks from Sasuke to Naruto. Something is going on between those two, man, protecting Naruto will be harder than I thought. He crosses his arms. Okay, and lastly, the girl. I'm Haruno Sakura. The thing I like is, well, the person I like is, should I say my dream for the future? She says while looking at Sasuke. Oh my, Kakashi is speechless from the girl's pure stupidity. The thing I dislike, is Naruto. She says with a glare. Naruto's face held shock even though he was acting. Good, who likes a blind bitch like you? Naruto thought. She's starting to piss me off. Sasuke glares at Sakura then looked at a blonde head with a gentle look until his face turned back to the emotionless shell. She keeps on picking on him and I'll have to beat her. My hobby is, she trails off. Girls of this age are more interested in love than ninjutsu. From the looks of it she will be disappointed in the future. He mules over this. Okay, that's enough of that. We will start our duties tomorrow. He says to the three preteens. Yay, what kinds of duties? Duties. Naruto cheers. First we are going to do something with just the four of us. The man explains. What? Naruto urges. Survival training, he says looking at them. Survival training? Naruto asks. Sasuke wonders himself. Why is our duty training? We did enough training at the Ninja Academy. Sakura pouts. I'm your opponent, but this isn't normal training. Kakashi says with a smirk. Quote? Sakura looks confused. Then, what is it? Naruto asks. He. Kakashi laughs at their expressions. Sasuke starts to glare. Hey, what's so funny, sensei? Sakura tries to imitate the boy's glare. No, well, it's just that, when I tell you this, you guys are definitely going to flip. He laughs some more. Flip? Huh? Naruto asks with his face full of confusion. Of the 27 graduates, only 9 will be chosen as genin. The rest will be sent back to the academy. This training is a super difficult exam with a failure rate of over 66%. With that said, Naruto's face held shock. Sakura's held annoyance and Sasuke's held seriousness. Haha, I told you you'd flip. The three were speechless. What the hell? But we worked so hard. Then what was the point of graduating? Naruto yells out. Oh, that's just to select those that have the chance to become genin. He explains. What? Naruto panics. Anyway, tomorrow you will be graded on the training field. Bring all your shinobi tools. Oh, and skip breakfast, you'll throw up. With this Naruto starts shaking. I can't fail here. I'll have to kick Kakashi-sensei's ass and have him recognize my strength. No, seriously. Not only that but I'm getting dizzy. Naruto muses. The details can be read on this printout. Don't be late tomorrow. Kakashi warns. Throw up? Is it that tough? Sakura freaks and starts pulling on her hair. But, if I fail this, I'll be separated from Sasuke-kun. This is a test of love. Sasuke looks at Naruto out of the corner of his eyes. I should help him. He's worth it since I want to find out his secrets. Naruto's reading the paper. Too much kanji. He pouts at the paper. Maybe Sasuke and I will work well together. Sakura leaves and Sasuke pretends to as well. He noticed Naruto is still trembling and has Kakashi's full attention. Naruto's face is paler than normal and he stands to go home, but as he does he starts seeing dots in front of his eyes. Finally the dizziness took its toll and Naruto passes out. Sasuke's mask broke and worry blooms across his naturally pale face. Before the blonde could hit the ground, Kakashi catches him. Thankfully, Sasuke stopped himself from coming out of his hiding spot. The man picks the boy up and looks at him. Minato-sensei, your son looks just like you. He says with tears in his eyes. Sasuke's eyes widen as he heard the fourth's name coming from his new sensei's mouth. The Junin started running to the hospital with his shadow following him. I can't believe that Naruto is the son of Namikaze Minato, the fourth Hokage. Sasuke thought as he transformed his body into a small flying squirrel so that he could hide inside the blue pouch that Naruto just started carrying today. Unusually, he saw the tampons and the menstrual relief pills. He read the bottle and started freaking out. Why is Naruto carrying female products? Bring him in here, a woman's voice said, and Sasuke peeked his little head out of the blue pouch. What's wrong with him? She asked Kakashi. Before I introduced myself to him as his new sensei, I met the third in his apartment. We looked at his apartment and he had his tampons out on the table with your nifty present open on the floor by the bed. By the look of his sheets he started his first cycle before he woke up. Iruka mentioned that his cramps were getting stronger and he didn't bring any more feminine products with him since he didn't know he would have to, so Iruka had to get him some things. After I had the meeting with him and his team, he started looking paler by the minute. He then passed out. And here we are. She sighs. You could have explained it in a shorter fashion. I think I know what happened. With him starting early, not to mention it being his first time, it can take a major toll on his body. I'll give him some blood supplements until his body is used to these cycles. She explains. Okay, let me clear my mind on something, too. Is there any birth control method he can use? At his new sensei's question, Sasuke's little eyes twinkled. No, he can't use anything but abstinence and condoms. He is an Uzumaki, so that makes your job harder. I'm sorry, but you will have to teach him to strengthen his genjutsu. You see, pretty soon he will start getting more and more feminine and even hormone suppressants won't help stop it. Which means his breasts will be forming. Katsume says to him, remember, I've been through all of this. Since I was born an Uzumaki and maybe soon I can make more. She pats her stomach. You see, I come from the branch family. My female parts aren't as strong as Naruto's. I'm pregnant now, but there is a chance this one will be born like his father. If he is born at all. She smiles at Kakashi. He can have babies anytime. But it would be best for him to wait. You can leave now. He will be fine here till he wakes. Just don't be too hard on him tomorrow. I know you are tricky about how you choose your students. I hope he passes. As she walks him out, Sasuke's little body goes up to look at Naruto. He licks the boy on the cheek. Mine, he says as he hops out the window and flies off. Naruto enters his apartment with a frown from the lecture Katsume gave him. He looked down at his new medicines. Great, now I have to take these. That night, Naruto was absorbed in image training with a motionless Kakashi doll. Thankfully, he ate some ramen at Ichiraku's. He slept like a log. The next day when Kakashi shows up at their meeting area, both Sakura and Naruto yells at him. Hey guys, good morning. He addresses them. You're late. Afterwards they moved to the Team 7 training grounds. On one of the 3 punching logs he placed a timer to go off at a certain time. Okay, it's set for noon. The 3 teens looked confused. Quote? They looked at him. Here are 2 bells. Your task is to take these from me before noon. He says as he holds up 2 small bells. Those who cannot get a bell by noon, gets no lunch. I'll not only tie you to one of those stumps, but I'll eat right in front of you. So this is why he told us not to eat. They all thought at the same time. Damn, Naruto thinks as their stomachs growled. You only need to get 1 bell. There are only 2, so one of you will definitely be tied to a stump. He jingled the bells. And, the person who doesn't take a bell fails. So, at least one of you will be sent back to the academy. He says with finality. Their eyes widen. You can even use your shuriken. You won't succeed unless you come at me intending to kill. But, you'll be in danger. Sakura interjected. Yeah, you're so slow you can't even dodge a blackboard eraser. We'll kill you, Naruto says with his usual cocky attitude. In the real world, those with no talent often bark the loudest. He lazily looks at them. Calm down. Well, ignore Usuratankachi-san and start when I say. Usuratankachi, 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 Usuratankachi. This echoed through his head as he grit his teeth. He pulled out a kunai and spun it around before he gripped its handle. He started rushing to attack their sensei. Huh? Sakura says as she looks at Naruto. Kakashi grabs the hand that gripped the kunai, then the back of Naruto's head. He then maneuvered the kunai to point directly at the back of Naruto's head. Naruto's eyes widened in shock. Slow down, I haven't said start yet. Kakashi says. No way, I couldn't even see. Sakura thought as her shocked face stared at the sight before her eyes. So this is a Junin? Sasuke thought with a smirk on his face. Well, it seems like you're prepared to come at me with intent to kill. So you finally acknowledge me? Hee, seems like. I'm beginning to, like you guys. They all changed their expressions from shocked to determined or just smiles. Okay, let's get going. Ready, start. As he says this they all disappeared. Kakashi appeared by a stream. The basics of a ninja are to hide yourself well. He looked around to find his students. Good, they have all hidden well. Naruto appeared a few feet away from Kakashi. Come and fight me, he shouts at the man. When Kakashi didn't move, Naruto grew impatient. I said, fight me. You're a little bit off. Kakashi said with an eyebrow cocked. What a total moron, Sasuke said as he hid in a bush. Naruto runs up to Kakashi. The only thing a bit off is your haircut. Kakashi's look turned to lazy and relaxed. He put his hand inside of his pouch. Naruto saw this. Quote exclamation mark. He slid to a stop 5 feet away from Kakashi. Ninja fighting lesson number 1 Taijutsu. I'll teach you about it. His hand rustles around in his pouch. Taijutsu is ninja hand-to-hand combat. Yet, he's going to use a weapon? Naruto grits his teeth. Kakashi whips out a book that was titled, Come Come Paradise, and showed a man chasing a woman on the cover. Single quote exclamation mark question mark single quote. Naruto's eyebrow flies up behind his head protector. This guy's a perv. He gets pissed. What's wrong? Hurry and come at me. Kakashi taunts. But, hey, why do you have a book? Naruto whines. Why? Well, because I want to read what happens next. Don't worry about it. It won't make a difference against you guys. He replied as he turns a page. Naruto's expression turned to shock. Quote exclamation mark. I'll beat you to a pulp. He pushed his sleeves up and tightens his fist, then takes off. He draws his arm to the side so that he gains momentum, then hit him with a right cross punch. Kakashi catches it in the palm of his hand. He draws his knee up for a kick, but Kakashi only has to duck. He draws back his left fist and runs at Kakashi. Kakashi disappears and shows up behind Naruto. A ninja isn't supposed to get caught from behind, idiot. Kakashi says quietly. His hands held in what looked like a sign. Quote exclamation mark quote. Sakura's face held shock as she lay under a bush. What? His hand position? Is that the seal of the tiger? No way. He's going to use that ninjutsu against Naruto? She wonders. No way. Is that seal the fire? That bastard is going to just run around? Sasuke wonders. Naruto, get out of there. You're going to get killed. Sakura shouts. Naruto looks over his shoulder. Too late. As Naruto's face turns more, he saw Kakashi's eyes gleaming. Hidden Leaf Ancient Taijutsu Supreme Technique. 1,000 Years of Pain. He jabs his fingers up Naruto's ass, making Naruto fly up. Gya! Naruto shouts out in pain. Quote ellipsis. What? That's not ninjutsu. Supreme technique? That was just a super powerful ass poke. Sakura mutters in annoyance. Quote ellipsis. Two total morons, PFT. Sasuke says even though he is furious. How dare that man violate my Naruto? Naruto lands in the water. Kakashi lands back. Kakashi blushes as he turns a page in his book. Single quote ellipsis dot. I'm seriously starting to hate this man. Sasuke thinks as he tries to school his expression. That strength isn't fair, what can we do? Sakura's head filled with so many questions. Single quote exclamation mark. Damn it. Naruto's thoughts were jumbled as he swam around in the water. This wasn't supposed to. Everyone's eyes were trained on the water as they waited for Naruto to come out when a pair of shuriken came flying out. They arched around and headed straight for Kakashi. Sasuke looks on with interest. Quote exclamation mark quote. Sakura cries out in surprise. Ha 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 ha. Kakashi laughs at a funny part of the book as he brought his arm up and caught the shuriken on his fingers. Quote ellipsis dot quote. Blah blee. Damn it. Naruto says still underwater. Sasuke was angry that the shuriken didn't hit the man. He's reading and laughing. He's just playing with Naruto. Sakura thought to herself as her brows furrowed. You're the fox demon that destroyed the village. Who's going to acknowledge you? He taunts Naruto. I can't. Naruto got angry and formed some hand signs. Then Iruka's face popped up looking battered. He's one of my excellent students. He says with a smile on his face. Naruto's eyes opened with a serious look in them. I can't fail here, Naruto decided. Above water, everyone's still waiting for Naruto's appearance. Naruto pops out of the creek. Cough, cough. Hey, what's wrong? If you don't get a bell by noon, no lunch. Kakashi says while reading his book. Quote exclamation mark quote. Naruto's surprise showed while he was getting up. I know that. He yelled as he fell back onto his rump. You sure are weak for someone who's going to surpass Hokage. He taunts the boy. Damn, I can still fight on an empty stomach. He screeches. Sasuke grew quieter when everyone's stomachs started growling. His cheeks pinkened. I'm on a diet and I didn't eat last night. I'm starving. Sakura thought as her face blushed a hideous red. I was just a little careless, that's all. He shouts out as Kakashi turns around and walks away. Ever hear that carelessness can be your worst enemy? He continues to walk. Naruto's childish body shivers. Damn, I'm so hungry my body. Not only that but I'm starting to feel my cramps again. I need to eat to take the pill so I'm screwed. But I must get a bell. He pants from the strengthening pain. I'm going to make him acknowledge me, he says as he stares at Kakashi's back. There was a splashing sound coming from the creek. A bunch of Naruto's shadow clones popped out of the creek. I must become a ninja. HN? Kakashi turns his head to look. My specialty, Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. You better not get careless, there's more than one of me now. He pants out with a grin on his face. 1, 2, 3, 8? What's that jutsu? Sasuke's eyes widen. HN? Not just clone but shadow clone, the skill that creates not just an illusion, but multiple real bodies of yourself. Kakashi stands there. This is the forbidden skill he used to defeat Mizuki. With your ability, about a minute is probably your limit with this. No matter how many you line up, you're still Naruto. You can't beat me with that jutsu. He teases the boy. Single quote exclamation mark single quote. The clones start running towards Kakashi. What? Behind me? One of the clones grabbed a hold of Kakashi and grinned. Sakura jolts with surprise while Sasuke holds a look of awe. Kakashi looks over his shoulder as the bells jingle. Weren't ninjas not supposed to get caught from behind? Right, Kakashi-sensei? Naruto taunts. Using the cage bunshin I sent a clone out of the water, to sneak around behind you. The real Naruto says as he jumps through the air. My ass is still hurting. Here comes the revenge. He shouts out. Not counting you made me feel violated. That makes me feel dirty, and now I'm not worthy of anyone. Inner Naruto cries like a little girl when Sasuke's face comes to mind. Naruto, you're pretty good. Sakura grins. Nice plan. Sasuke smirks. That's my dobi. Kakashi looks up at Naruto from the ground. Naruto draws back his fist. I'm going to punch you. Naruto cockily says as he lets his fist fly. Blood spurts out everywhere as Naruto hits one of the clones instead. Yahoo! Naruto says since he doesn't realize his target switched places. Quote exclamation mark question mark quote. Naruto's face turns to confusion. Huh? The other clones stopped their assaults. Who'd I punch? Sasuke narrows his eyes. Naruto? Sakura says. OWCH. The clone says as him and the other one that holds him hits the ground. You're Kakashi-sensei, aren't you? You used Hange no Jutsu to transform. Naruto shouts as he points at his clone. They all start fighting and blaming each other. One clone stops fighting. Hey, why don't you release the jutsu? Then you'll know because there will only be two. The clone pants out with his face swollen and bruised. Oh, you should have noticed earlier, idiot. He pants out as he glares at his clone. I'm you, moron. He released the jutsu and everyone disappeared in a puff of smoke. When the smoke cleared he was alone by himself. Quote ellipsis quote. That was Kawarimi no Jutsu, idiot. Sasuke thought out. His eyes showed concern since Naruto's face held some pain on it. What time did he last take his painkillers? Oh, yeah he can't unless he eats. Naruto, uncool, why does he look like he's in more pain than he should be? Oh, his own fault. She thought as she says uncaringly. PFT. Sasuke puffs out a breath. Maybe I can find him a handful of berries so that he can take his medicine. Something caught his attention. Naruto saw the bell at the same time Sasuke did. Quote exclamation mark quote. Naruto grins like mad. A bell. He runs happily over to where said bell lay too conveniently on the dirt. Nehehe, he must have been desperate to escape. He dropped a bell, hehe. He kneels down to pick it up. Right before he could touch it his feet were yanked out from underneath him. Huh? He bounced around like a ball from the end of the rope. What the hell is this? A trap, obviously, but that Junin, even when playing with Naruto, has no openings. Sasuke thought as he watched Kakashi walk over to the blonde boy. He kneels down to pick up the bell. Quote exclamation mark quote. Naruto noticed his sensei. His face turns red. He brought his arms up to grab his cramping stomach while Sasuke goes to a berry bush. Think before using a jutsu. Or it will get used against you. He picks up the bell then straightens up his body. He noticed where Naruto's arms are. And also, he tosses the bell in his hand. Don't fall for obvious traps, idiot. God damn it, he shouts through clenched teeth. I'm not thinking clearly from all this pain. The sight of Sasuke moving a bush aside to show him a paper with a small pile of berries on it with a bamboo canteen besides it. Naruto nods slightly with a confused look on his face. How does he know that's what I need? A ninja must be able to read what's underneath the underneath. He draws the boy's attention back to his partially covered face. I know that stuff. He shouts out as he waves his arms around. I'm telling you because you don't. As Kakashi's attention was on the blonde boy, Sasuke decided to give Naruto a chance to free himself. He jumps out of the bushes and threw 5 kunai and shuriken at the silver-haired Junin. He finally showed an opening. The projectiles flew quickly towards the man. Geez, you are. He got cut short as the kunai and shuriken hit him on his right side, from his head to his shoulder. "Ah, no way. Sasuke, you bastard. You went too far," he shouts out as he watches Kakashi fall. Then a puff of smoke reveals a log with all of the kunai and shuriken riddled into them. The log falls down with a thump. Naruto and Sasuke's expression turned to shock. Naruto noticed that Sasuke disappeared. He takes a kunai and cuts the rope holding his ankles up in the air. Underneath. What a moron, he says as he fell. He flips upright. Damn it, I'm not going to fall for his stupid traps again. He lands cleanly. A rope trap is triggered and yanks him up again. No, damn it, the exact trap right underneath. He shouts as he waves his arm and leg around. Naruto spins around as he is hanging from the rope. His arms are crossed as he thought about his predicament. He saw what appears to be a stone behind the 3 logs. What's that? A stone? So there's stuff behind those stumps. He tries to focus his eyes more on the stone. When he saw 2 containers with chopsticks laying on top, his eyes widen. Oh, there's lunch on top of the stone. He crosses his arms again. A ninja must read underneath. Nihihihihi. He grins widely. He cuts himself down to run to the spot where Sasuke left the berries. Just in case there is a trap around the stone. I should use this to take my medicine. He gobbles the berries, then took out the bottle from the pouch. He shook out 2 tablets and used the water to swallow them with. He noticed some writing on the paper. Dobi, I hope you use this to take your meds. Also, be more careful with your body. Taking care of it is the best thing. Sasuke, he knows? Naruto's eyes widen. But how? His brow furrows as he shakes his head. That doesn't matter now. He starts walking to the stone. He sits in front of it. He. Instead of wasting time trying to get the bell, I can just hide and eat the lunches now. He. He put his hands together as if praying. Hey, buddy, Kakashi says behind the blonde. Naruto's face breaks out in a sweat. That's a joke, he mutters out. What do you think you're doing? 10 minutes later, all 3 were at the stumps. Naruto's tied to one of them while Sasuke and Sakura were sitting on each side. Oh, you guys look really hungry. By the way, something about the training. Kakashi says as he stands there with his arms crossed over his chest. Well, there's no need for you guys to go back to the academy. They all look at him intently. Hey, Naruto says with a grin. Huh? All I did was pass out? That was enough? Sakura wonders as inner Sakura shouts out. Love wins. Hell yeah. Bah. Sasuke says as he looks at his leg. Then, all 3 of us. Naruto shouts out as he kicks his legs, which were the only things not tied to the stump. Kakashi's eyes showed he was smiling. Yup, all 3 of you. He pauses dramatically. Should quit as ninjas. Quit as ninjas? What does that mean? Naruto shouts out. Okay. We couldn't get the bells, but why do we have to quit? Because all of you are just punks who don't deserve to be ninjas. Kakashi says boldly. Tisk. Sasuke glares, then gets up to rush at Kakashi. Ah, Naruto says as he watches Sasuke with a worried expression on his face. Sasuke-kun, Sakura shouts out. Kakashi disappears as Sasuke reaches him. He slams the brunette into the floor, pinning him. That's why you're a punk. Kakashi says as he brought his foot down more onto the back of his head. No, don't step on Sasuke-kun. Sakura shouts at the man. Sasuke's teeth grits. Are you guys underestimating ninjas? Huh? His eye holds seriousness. Why do you think you were divided into teams and are doing this training? Huh? Sakura looks confused. What does that mean? Naruto squints his eyes. Basically, he pushes Sasuke's face more into the dirt. You guys do not understand the answer to this test. Answer? Naruto asks. Yes, the answer that helps you pass this test. He answers looking at the boy from the corner of his eye. So, Sakura hedges. When are you going to tell us? He sits down more on Sasuke's back. Geez. Aw, damn it, what's the answer already? Naruto shouts out. Impatience and worry for Sasuke showing on his face. He pauses dramatically. Teamwork. Their eyes widen. The 3 of you working together may have gotten the bells. He strengthens his hold as their eyes went to the bells in question. Quote exclamation mark quote. Hey, wait a second. Sakura jolts. What do you mean by teamwork? There are only 2 bells. She stands up. Even if we work together and get the bells, one of us would still fail. What teamwork? That just makes us fight each other. Kakashi looks at each of his students. Of course. This test is purposely set up to make you fight amongst yourselves. Quote exclamation mark quote. Sakura glares. Huh? Naruto shakes. The purpose is to see whether you can forget about your own interests. Naruto grits his teeth as he listens. And successfully work together. Kakashi looks directly down at Sasuke. Under these designed circumstances, he looks at Sakura. Yet, you guys? Sakura jolts. Sakura, instead of Naruto, who was right next to you. You were only thinking about Sasuke, who was far away. Naruto. You were just running around by yourself. Naruto starts sweating. Sasuke. You just assumed the others would get in your way and tried to do. Sasuke grits his teeth as he looks at Naruto. Everything yourself. Good, he didn't notice me helping Naruto. His muscles start hurting because of Kakashi holding his body immobile for so long. Maybe this can be used later. Get off of him, perv. Naruto thinks. He is the only one who really knows and isn't showing me disgust because of it. The duties are done by the team. Of course, superior individual ability is important to a ninja. But what's even more important is teamwork. Individual play that disrupts the team can put your comrades in danger. He digs in his pouch again. Quote question mark quote. Sakura shifts back a little. And even you get killed. For example, Sakura, kill Naruto. Kakashi hurriedly takes out a kunai only to put it to Sasuke's throat. Or Sasuke dies. Quote exclamation mark quote. Sakura gasps. What? Naruto quickly looks from each of their faces. He can't do this. You see? If a hostage is taken, you will have tough choices and then die. He gets up off of Sasuke. Oh, you surprised me. Sakura relaxes. Phew. Naruto thought as the kunai was removed from Sasuke's throat. You will be risking your lives in these duties. Kakashi says as he walks away from Sasuke. Sasuke rubs the back of his neck trying to relieve some of his tense muscles. Look at this. The numerous names carved on this stone. Kakashi places a hand on the stone. These are ninjas who are recognized as heroes of the village. As he said this, Naruto's ears perk up. Hey, 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 hey. Naruto grins widely. I've decided to get my name carved on that stone too. Hero. Hero. That's what I'll become. Quote exclamation mark quote. Sakura's face blooms full of annoyance. Bah. Sasuke says at Naruto. He stands really close to the blonde so he could smell the fruit scent of his. God, his smell is addicting. He almost moans. But, they aren't just normal heroes. The man says with his back to them. Oh yeah? Then what kind are they? He asks with a grin still covering his face. Quote. Kakashi looks off into the distance. How is he so dense but still innocent? What? Impatience is showing on his face now. They are all heroes who died on duty. Naruto's face holds shock then morphs to sadness as he looks at Sasuke. Sasuke's eyes gentle as a sheen of tears build up. Sakura's face held sadness and Sasuke had to fight with himself not to hug the blonde. This is a memorial. My best friend's name is also carved here. They all looked at him with pain in their eyes until Naruto had to close his so that the tears wouldn't escape. Sasuke fought more but inched closer to Naruto. The feel of Sasuke's warmth made him feel better. You guys, I'll give you one more chance. But after lunch I'll make it even tougher to get the bells. Those who still wish to challenge can get lunch. But don't give any to Naruto. Huh? Naruto looks at Kakashi. It's punishment for trying to eat by yourself. If anyone gives him any food they will fail immediately. I am the rules here. Got it? The man said with his face dead serious. Kakashi disappears. Sakura looks at her team members. Hey, I don't need any food. I'm fine. Naruto shouts then his stomach growls. 10 minutes later, Naruto's stomach gets louder. Quote. Sasuke licks his chopsticks as he looks at Naruto. He offers Naruto some of his obento. Here, he hides his face a little so the blonde couldn't see him blushing. Quote. Naruto gasps out. He cares about me? Quote. Sakura shows shock on her face as she almost chokes on her food. Hey Sasuke-kun, sensei just said, she says with food still in her mouth. Don't worry, I don't sense him near here. After lunch we'll work together and get the bells. Naruto's cheeks blush at Sasuke's thoughtfulness. Without food, he'll just be in the way and that will only hurt us. Naruto's cheeks now looked as red as can be and his eyes were shimmering with tears. Sakura looked shocked. Sasuke-kun. She looked down at her obento. Quote. She came to a conclusion and quickly moved her obento closer to Naruto. Quote. Naruto looked shocked at Sakura. Sakura-chan, maybe she isn't so bad. He laughs. Kakashi listens to them behind a nearby tree. He thanks. As they fed him, Naruto lingers more on Sasuke's chopsticks and barely touched Sakura's. His cheeks pinken as both him and Sasuke thinks a similar thought. An indirect kiss. Naruto squeals in his thoughts. A puff of smoke engulfs the area in front of him. What's this? Sakura shouts out. You guys. Kakashi yells angrily. Sasuke tries to move in front of Naruto. Ah! Naruto shouts out and Sakura ducks away from the flying debris. Past 3 inches, Kakashi says with a smile showing in his eye. Huh? Sakura looks confused. Naruto narrows his eyes while looking at Kakashi. Sasuke shows an angry glare. Pass? Sakura's shocked face showed off her humongous forehead. But why? You guys are the first. Kakashi says. Huh? Sakura falls to the ground in relief. Naruto wonders. Everyone else would just do whatever I told them. They were all just morons. A ninja must see underneath the underneath. Those who break the rules and codes of the ninja world are called trash. He paused and looked at them. Or lower than trash. Ha! Sakura laughs. Naruto is speechless. Bah! Sasuke says. He's so cool. Naruto giggled a little, causing Sasuke to smile. That ends the training. All of you pass. Kakashi says, holding a thumb up. Okay. Starting tomorrow, Team 7 will begin its duties. Yay! I did it! I did it! Tears come to Naruto's eyes. Ninja! 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 The others turn away from him. Let's go! Kakashi says. Hell yeah! Sakura shouts out. God damn it! I knew this would happen. Untie me! Naruto shouts out at them. I almost forgot. Sasuke runs back and unties Naruto. Sorry, Naruto. Are you okay? He catches the blonde. My chest hurts a little from the ropes, but otherwise I'm fine. He complains as he rubs his chest. How about we go and celebrate at the onsen? Sasuke asks. Onsen? Naruto looks at him. He knows, so it shouldn't hurt. They arrive at an onsen in the upper class section. Naruto's never been there. I'm so nervous. How can Sasuke know, though? I never told him. Sasuke's eyes caress the boy. He undresses while his eyes never leaving the shaking blonde. Are you going to come? Sasuke asked as he lifts up the hem of his shirt. Naruto jumps and removes his jacket. He folded it neatly and places it inside of a basket. As he pulls his shirt up, it rubs against his nipples and he winces from the sensitivity. Sasuke saw this and walked in front of Naruto, who now held his shirt in front of his chest. What's wrong? Naruto's eyes flew to Sasuke's black depths and he blushes. My chest is a little tender. He says in a low tone. Sasuke grabs Naruto's hands gently. Let me see. Naruto only put up a little resistance as Sasuke pulls his arms down along with the shirt. Naruto's chest was red and it looked swollen. This isn't from the ropes, is it, Naruto? Sasuke asked as he ran a hand over Naruto's chest. The blonde gasps. No, Sasuke, you know? He then asks. Yes, we can talk when we get to the Uchiha baths. That way there will be no one to hear, since I bet you don't want others to know. Naruto looked at him with a grateful look. Thanks, Sasuke. They both finished and put towels around their waists. They then walked down the hall to the Uchiha baths. Sasuke opened the door that held the Uchiha fan. He ushers Naruto inside. You are the first person to enter besides me in many years. Sasuke says as they enter the room. I'm glad it's you, though. They both eased into the steaming water. How do you know, Sasuke? Naruto asks shyly. Before I answer that, I wanted to tell you something for years. Sasuke closed his eyes, then stepped in front of Naruto to take a gentle hold of his arms. He opens his eyes to look in the beautiful blue depths. Naruto, I like you. I have since the first time I met you. I know you aren't showing your true self, but I see it every time I look in your eyes. He smiles. At first, the start of those years I was confused, so I took it out on you when I shouldn't. He bows his head and takes a deep breath. I just wanted you to know I liked you before I found out your secret. He looks into Naruto's eyes again. I was worried about you for the past few days. You kept on getting pale and looked like you were going to pass out. And when you finally did, I hid when Kakashi took you to the hospital. Then I heard everything. He smiles at him. It was the shock of a lifetime, but not a bad shock. It made me happy that if our relationship develops that far that we can have kids. Sasuke, Naruto shakes his head to clear his thoughts. You've just made me really happy. I have liked you, too. I have been through a lot since I found out Uzumakis are like this. Also, I never heard you say so much. He smiles and rubs his sore chest. I guess this is the start of breasts though. I guess I should remove the genjutsu since you know. Sasuke's eyes widen. Naruto puts his hands together and his face shows the soft pink that all girls envy. His skin is still tan, but his shoulders become slender, and his breasts show even more. The towel falls off and floats on top of the water since his hips are wider. I had to learn to hide myself so that others wouldn't know. After I found out, I started growing my hair. Why do you hide yourself? You are so beautiful. Sasuke's eyes shimmer from wonder. He cups his hands over his left cheeks. I have to admit I never liked women or girls. But you are as much a boy with a bunch of girl on the side. You even put Sakura to shame with these. He places a hand underneath the small swell of her B-cup-sized breasts. Naruto moans as Sasuke touches them. Because they already think of me as a freak. I don't want them to hate me even more. He looks at Sasuke. You don't think I'm a freak, do you? I would hate it if Sasuke kissed him to shut him up. Never think that, Naruto. You don't have to hide behind genjutsu if it's just us. I want to see all of you. Naruto blushes. See, can you kiss me again? Naruto stutters out. It would be my pleasure. Sasuke says as he places his moist lips on the blondes. 4 months later, Team 7 is reporting the results of their last mission to the Hokage. The Hokage turns his weathered face towards them. Now, Kakashi's Team 7, your next duty is. He looks at the paper that held their next assignment. Babysitting an elder's grandson, shopping in the neighboring village, and help with the potato digging. No, thank you. Naruto crosses his arms in front of him like an X. I want to do, a more incredible mission. Find us a better one. I agree, Sasuke thinks. Geez, how annoying, Sakura thought as it showed on her face. Sigh, I thought it was about time. Kakashi's face showed exasperation. You idiot, you are just a rookie. Everyone starts off with the simple duties and work their way up. Iruka shouts at Naruto while the Hokage sighs. But, we keep getting the crappiest possible duties. Naruto complains. Be quiet you, Kakashi says as he hits the boy aside his head. Naruto, it seems I have to explain to you what these duties are all about. The Hokage says. Listen, every day the village receives numerous requests, from babysitting to assassination. Each request is written down on these lists, and divided into an A, B, C, D ranking based on difficulty. The village is also divided based on skill. Starting with me to the Ju, Chu, and Gens. As the Hokage explains the hierarchy of ninjas and missions, Naruto thought to his and Sasuke's recent makeout session. His cheeks hold a tinge of pink and Sasuke smirks. His thoughts change to take his mind off of it. Last night I had pork ramen, so miso sounds good for. He mutters plans for dinner. Kakashi looks at his student. Hey, listen, the Hokage yells. I apologize, Kakashi says, rubbing the back of his head. Geez, all you do is give lectures like that. Naruto says as he spun around still sitting on the floor. But you know what? I'm not the troublemaking brat you still think I am. Iruka looks at the boy speechless. Sigh, I'm going to get yelled at later for this. Kakashi thought. Iruka smiles right along with the Hokage. Okay, he replies to the boy. Huh? Naruto looks at the old man. If you want it that much. Sasuke takes his eyes off of Naruto to look at the Hokage. Quote exclamation mark quote. Sakura gasps and Kakashi looks shocked. I'll give you a C-rank mission. He says while he smiles at him. He used to only be able to express himself through pranks. He folded his hands together. It's a protection mission of a certain individual. Yay, Naruto says as he grins. Who, a feudal lord? A princess? Calm down, I'm about to introduce him. Hey, will you come in here? The door swings open. An old man enters carrying a bottle of booze. What's this? They're all a bunch of super brats. The old man says, then gulps down some of the booze. Especially. He pauses as he rests an arm on the door jamb. The shortest one with the super stupid looking face. Are you really a ninja? He? Haha. Who's the shortest one with the stupid face? Naruto laughs until he realized he was the shortest one in the team. Quote exclamation mark quote. His face turns to fury. I'll kill you. Kakashi grabs his collar. What's the point of killing the person we're supposed to protect? Idiot. He tells the boy. I'm the super expert bridge builder Tazuna. I expect you to provide me super protection until I get back to my country and complete the bridge. The team met Tazuna at the gates. Naruto walks off wondering if he packed enough tampons to last him for the trip. He grins and spun around. Let's go. What are you so excited about? Sakura mutters to the blonde. Annoyed as usual about his upbeat attitude. Cause, I've never left the village before. He said as he took his first good look at the wilderness outside of the gate. Hey, am I really going to be safe with this brat? Tazuna complains to Kakashi. Hee hee, well, I am a Junin, don't worry. Kakashi laughs. Damn it, this geezer is the worst possible client. I should give him a shot to the face. Naruto fumed. Hey, old man, don't mess with ninjas. I'm incredible. One day I will take on the super elite ninja title Hokage. He points at the old man. My name is Uzumaki Naruto. I remember it. Hokage is the village's top ninja, right? He sips from his bottle. I doubt someone like you could become it. Shut up. I am prepared to do anything to become Hokage. Once I become Hokage you will acknowledge me. Naruto shouts out and Tazuna looks at the boy. No I won't, you brat. Naruto looks at him with a shocked face. Even if you did become Hokage, I'll kill you. Naruto shouts as he is about to attack the old man when Kakashi grabs him by his jacket again. I said stop, moron. They continue traveling. Tazuna-san. Sakura gets his attention. What? He answers. You're from the wave country, right? She asks. What about it? He asks. Kakashi-sensei? Do they have ninjas in that country too? She asks the young Junin. No, not in the wave country. But, in most other countries, the culture and customs may be different, but hidden villages exist, and so do ninjas. The Hokage is always the strongest in the village. Kakashi explains. That lame geezer is that incredible? Sounds fishy. Inner Sakura says. Wow, Hokage-sama is the best. You guys just doubted Hokage-sama, didn't you? But don't worry, there won't be any ninja combat in a C-rank mission. He explains as he ruffles Sakura's hair. Then, we won't come in contact with foreign ninjas? She asked as Tazuna's face held shock. Of course not. Ha 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 ha. Kakashi says while laughing. Tazuna's face held worry. Sasuke looks at the old man's face. They continue walking and walk past a few puddles. Kakashi looks at the puddles of water. A head pops out of the water when no one was looking at it. The ninja's whole body forms out of the water. He yanks his arms up showing another ninja attached to a chain on his arm. The other ninja flies up at the group. The chain spun around a shocked Kakashi binding his arms and legs. Huh? Sakura looks shocked. What's this? Naruto shouts out. Tazuna looks at the young Junin with a panicking face. The ninjas tighten the chains on Kakashi. One down. One says as they pull it tighter. Kakashi was ripped to shreds. Everyone started to panic as they watched the young Junin's body as obliterated. Kya! Sakura screams. Ka! Naruto stops as he tries not to cry. Kakashi-sensei. Sasuke shouts out. The two ninjas appeared behind Naruto. Two down. One said in the boy's ear. Naruto turns in shock to look at them. I can't let him die. Sasuke thought as he jumped in to protect his boyfriend. Ninja? Tazuna thought. Sasuke grabbed out a kunai and a shuriken then threw the shuriken. It flew and caught the chain to a tree. The two ninjas looked shocked as they were now limited in their movements. Before they could yank it out, Sasuke threw the kunai that hid right in the inner circle of the shuriken to make sure it won't budge. I'm stuck, the ninja thought. Naruto's face turns to wonder as he watches his boyfriend. Sasuke lands on their arms and grabs a hold of them. He lifts his legs up to kick them in their faces. Wow, Naruto thought. Go! The ninjas grunt out from the hit. They released the chains from their hands and split up as Sasuke lands on his feet. Naruto and Tazuna both hold shock on their faces. One of them rushes at Naruto from his side. Yuwa. Naruto panics when he saw this and couldn't move fast enough. Tazuna's eyes widen. He's coming. Sakura's eyes widen in fear. I have to do it. The ninja thought. Sir, get back. Sakura says as she Kn90CKs the old man back and stands at the ready in front of him. Tazuna looks at her in shock. Sasuke's eyes narrow. The old man panics as the ninja gets closer. Sasuke quickly moves in front of Sakura and the old man to intercept the attack. Both of them look at him in shock until the attack was stopped before it reaches Sasuke by Kakashi. He had both of the ninjas in strangle holds. Gua. The ninja chokes out as he swings from Kakashi's arm like a pendulum. Naruto gapes at the man. Kakashi-sensei, alive? Sakura thought with a smile on her face. Bah, show off? Sasuke thought with an irked look on his face. Naruto looks in shock at his surroundings. Kakashi-sensei. He used kawarimi. He looked at the chopped wood that the man used to substitute for his red body. Phew, we're saved. Tazuna thought as he exhaled a breath of air. Naruto, I'm sorry I didn't save you immediately. I got you injured, I didn't think you would freeze like that. Anyway, nice job Sasuke. Sakura, too. He says as he turns to look at his two students. I couldn't do anything. Naruto thought as his eyes had tears in them. Yet it was his first real battle. Was he not scared at all? He looked at his boyfriend. He looks as if nothing happened. And he didn't even have a speck of dust on him. He even saved me. Hey, Sasuke said to Naruto. You alright, scaredy cat? Sasuke asked his boyfriend with his trademark smirk on his face. Him saying this caused the tears to overflow in Naruto's eyes. Sasuke's eyes widened. He saw the other three stare at him with eyes of shame. Sasuke wiped the tears from the boy's cheeks. You're okay now, right? Naruto, save it for later. The claws are soaked in poison. We have to remove it quickly. Naruto looks at his sensei in shock. He looks down at his hand as the tears stopped. We must open the wound and release the poisoned blood from your body. Naruto's body shook when he heard his sensei's explanation. Don't move much, the poison will spread. Tazuna-san, what is it? The old man chokes out. I need to talk to you. Kakashi said as he looked at the older man from the corner of his eye. After Kakashi scolded the old man for lying about the seriousness of the mission, he turned to look at the blonde boy. I guess we should return to the village to treat Naruto. When Naruto heard this, his temper flared so much he took a kunai and stabbed the cut. Everyone's faces turned to him in shock. Why is there so much of a difference? He asked himself as blood dripped from the new wound. Why am I always, damn it. I always burden people. I need to be strong enough to protect myself. He thought as tears flowed quicker from shame. Naruto, what are you doing? Sakura asked as she ran to him. Sasuke's face held panic. I should be becoming stronger. I've completed many missions and even practiced jutsu every day by myself. I'm not going to need saving ever again. I'm not going to be afraid and try to run. I won't burden Sasuke ever again. I swear it on the pain in my left hand. Sasuke's face tried to control his emotions, but seeing the blonde bleeding so much strained it, making it show. With this kunai, everyone continued looking at his back. I'll protect the old man. We're continuing the mission, he says as his hands start shaking. Naruto, it's good that you are releasing the poison, but Kakashi trailed off as the whole group looked at him. Naruto stares at his hands shaking and didn't pay attention to the blood pouring out of the cut. Any more and you'll die from lack of blood. 3 Seriously. Naruto starts to freak out and shake even more. No, that's bad. I can't die from something like this. He panics and his body thrashes around as inner Naruto starts looking like someone on their deathbed. No, save me, sensei. Let's see your hand. Kakashi gently grabbed Naruto's small hand. His eyebrow rose. If I didn't know his secret, I would suspect he was a girl. Naruto, are you a masochist? What are you thinking? Sakura scolds with her hands perched on her non-existent hips. God, this shrimp is crazy. Kakashi looks in shock at Naruto's hand. The cut started fading really quickly. The cut, it's already healing. The red steam evaporated as the cut healed. Sensei, scary face. Naruto's face turned pale with the man's scrutinizing gaze on his hand. Hey, am I going to be okay? He asks with sweat pouring down his face as he looks at his sensei's facial expression. Kakashi drew his attention up to look Naruto in the eyes. He smiles at the tiny boy. You should be fine. He continued wrapping the wound as he was absorbed in his thoughts. Must be the power of the nine tails. Tazuna was watching this closely. Sensei, when he speaks he brought Kakashi's attention to him. I have to talk to you. The old man's face held a serious expression on it. What thick mist, I can't see ahead. Sakura complains as everyone was waiting for their journey to finish. We should see the bridge soon. The wave country is at the base of the bridge. The whole group looked around trying to get a glimpse of their destination. Slowly the bridge came to view. Wow, it's huge. Naruto shouts out as the view became clearer. Hey, be quiet. Why do you think we are hiding in the mist and not using the engine? The sailors say as they quiet the small boy. We'll be in deep trouble if Gato finds us. Sasuke glares at his boyfriend out the corner of his eyes. Naruto covers his mouth in silent apology then looked like a whipped kid. Sakura watched her two teammates as she felt curious about them. Tazuna looks at Kakashi. Sensei, I want to talk to you. He pauses and looks at him from under the edge of his hat. It's about this mission. Kakashi looks over his shoulder at the old man with an expressionless face. You're right. This job is most likely outside of your duties. It turns out that a super dangerous man is after my life. Super dangerous man? Naruto asks. Who? Kakashi asks. You've probably at least heard his name before. Tazuna says as he breathes a breath out. The whole group looks at the old man. The wealthy shipping magnate, a man named Gato. Kakashi's eyes shot wide in surprise. Huh? Gato? From that Gato company? He's said to be of the world's few extremely wealthy people. Kakashi demands from the old man. Tazuna grits his teeth. Yes, officially he runs a large shipping company. Visions of the short man with glasses sitting in his headquarters with all of his men surrounding him came to his mind. But secretly he sells drugs and other illegal items, using ninjas and gang members to take over business and countries. He's a very nasty man. There, Naruto shouts out as he throws another kunai at another moving bush. I said stop. Sakura knocks him aside his head. OWW. Naruto cries out. Somebody is after us, I swear. Naruto cries out rubbing his sore spot. Yeah, right. Sakura shouts out as Kakashi looks through the bush that the kunai hit. He found a white rabbit as Sakura walks up to see if there was something else there. Oh, Sakura's glare shot to Naruto. Naruto, what have you done? Naruto picks the rabbit up and starts crying. I didn't mean it, I'm sorry lil rabbit. Naruto wails. Oh, just a rabbit? Tazuna says in relief. That's a snow rabbit. Yet it's spring, what's with its color? Kakashi thought hard until it clicked that there is someone there that used kawarimi, switching the rabbit in their place. A man with his face covered hid up in a tree watching the group. I see, no wonder the demon brothers didn't stand a chance, the hidden leaves copy ninja, the Sharingan Kakashi. The man grips the hilt of his sword in his hand. He jumps up which makes the branch he was on creak from the loss of his weight. Hearing this startles Kakashi. Everyone, get down. Everyone's faces held shock as they ducked down to avoid the giant sword spinning over them to embed into a tree. Whoa! Naruto shouts out as the wind from the blade hit him. The man lands on the sword's hilt as Kakashi swings around to stare at him. Both men stare into each other's eyes. This guy is. Kakashi stares emotionless at the man. Hee, here's my chance. This time I will protect Sasuke. Naruto grins. I have to show him I am not a burden. Even if I am his boyfriend. Well, if it isn't the hidden mist's missing Nin Momochi Zabuza-kun. Kakashi says as he stares up at the man. Ready, go? Naruto tries to run at Zabuza but Kakashi stops him with a hand. Everybody get back. This one's on a whole other level. As the silver-haired Junin said this, Zabuza looked over his shoulder at them. Against him. Kakashi's hand rises as everyone's attention was on him. It will be a little tough, unless I do this. He grabs a hold of his Hite-ite. You appear to be Sharingan Kakashi, sorry but. He turns wild eyes towards Kakashi. The old man is mine. Kakashi's hand held still on his Hite-ite. Huh? Sharingan? What the hell is that? Naruto wonders while Sakura held confusion on her face. Tazuna's face explodes with shock. Sharingan? Sasuke's eyes widen. There should only be two who could possess that. Me and Itachi. And hopefully more, he thought as he looked at Naruto. His eyes unwillingly zoomed to Naruto's tense but firm ass. Now if I could get past his tight hold on his virginity. These dreams that I have of him are driving me crazy. Surround and protect Tazuna-san. Do not enter the fight. That's the teamwork here, Kakashi says as everyone looked at him again. Zabuza first. He moves his Hite up slowly. Oh. Naruto jolts as Kakashi reveals the activated Sharingan that was previously covered. Fight me. Naruto looks at the man's eye. What's that eye? He wonders as he steadily kept staring. Ah, I already get to see the famous Sharingan. I'm honored, Zabuza says as the bandages covering his grin. Sharingan, Sharingan, what the hell is that? Naruto shouts out demanding an answer. His boyfriend decides to answer. Sharingan. It is said that some have the ability in their eyes to read and defeat all types of gen, tai, and ninjutsu. The Sharingan is one of the types of pupil that gives you this power. But that's not the only ability the Sharingan has. Sasuke explains as he moved in front of Naruto. If I can gain the Sharingan I can protect Naruto in my future. Then take out Itachi so that mine and Naruto's children will be safe. Huh? Naruto looks at his boyfriend wondering how he knew about this. Hee, exactly. That's not all, what's even scarier is, that you can copy your opponent's techniques once you see them. When I was a member of the Hidden Mists assassin team, I kept a handbook, it included information on you. And this is what it said, the man who has copied over 1,000 jutsus, copy Ninja Kakashi. Everyone's attention was glued to the tall silver-haired male whose eyes glinted in the light. What's going on? First that old Hokage and now this sensei. Sakura wonders, still confused at what is going on. I didn't know they were this great. Inner Naruto cheered his sensei on. Now, let's end all the talking, he said as he crouched down on his sword. I have to kill that old man. Tazuna starts freaking out as all three genins formed a blockade protecting him. But, Kakashi, it seems, I have to beat you first. Kakashi's serious gaze never wavered. Zabuza kicked the tree to dislodge his sword and disappeared. Everyone looked shocked since they could no longer see the ninja. He reappears, standing on top of the water near them. Over there, Naruto shouts as they watch Zabuza create some hand signs. And on top of the water, Sakura shouts as they watch Zabuza create some hand signs. He's releasing a high amount of chakra. Kakashi put his body in the ready position. Ninpo, hidden mist no jutsu. A fog surrounds the whole area, making visibility slim. He's gone. Sakura shouts as they only saw a leaf in the spot where the hidden mist ninja stood. He'll come after me first. Momochi Zabuza, as a member of the hidden mist, he was known as an expert in silent killing. You don't already notice until you're already dead, it's not like I can use the Sharingan perfectly. You guys be careful. They all gulp nervously. The mist is getting thicker. Naruto's voice quivers in fear as he grips his kunai and tries to find Zabuza in the thickening fog. 8 choices. Zabuza's voice echoes around them. What? Sakura shouts out in surprise. Liver, lungs, sign, clavicle vein, neck vein, brain. Kidneys, heart. Which one should I go after? The young genins start to panic. Kakashi feels like he's the only one there, being hunted like an animal. He hears a sound then started weaving signs. The team and Tazuna's expression looked shocked with fear overwhelming them. What an incredibly dangerous key. It feels like I'll be killed if I make a single move. This could drive a person crazy. Sasuke thought as sweat poured down his body. The intensity of a Junin, it feels as if my life is being squeezed. His body starts shaking. I can't take it, I'd almost rather die now and get it over with. Sasuke, the boy's shocked out of his thoughts. Don't worry, I'll protect you guys even if it kills me. Sasuke's cheeks flush from embarrassment. I don't let my comrades die. Kakashi says as he smiles at the boy. We'll see about that, Zabuza said as he lands in the middle of the group. It's over. Kakashi's eye widens as Zabuza's sword is swung. He rushes at the man pushing his students out of the way, grabbing the man and stabbing a kunai into him. Everyone grits their teeth in anticipation. Kakashi holds the kunai into what he now suspected as a water clone. Zabuza's real body appears behind the silver-headed man. Sensei. Behind you. Kakashi whips around as the water clone disappeared with a splash and Zabuza's sword is let loose quickly coming to slice his body to shreds. Gya! Sakura screams out as she watched her sensei's body being sliced in half. Instead of blood, there was water being splashed as the water clone of Kakashi's was destroyed. Water clone no jutsu? No way. He copied it in this mist? His eyes widen as the water splashes and Kakashi holds a kunai to his arm. Don't move. It's over, Kakashi says as he puts a kunai to the man's throat. Wow. Naruto shouts his amazement out at his sensei's moves. Haha. Sakura giggles. Hee. Zabuza does a full laugh at the man. Hee, it's over? Kakashi looks at him wondering if the man is insane or not. You don't get it. There's no way you can defeat me with your monkey-like imitations. Kakashi was speechless at Zabuza's assumptions. Hee, but that was impressive of you. He looks at Kakashi out from the corner of his eyes. At that time, you had already copied my water clone no jutsu. He thought about the assuring words he said to his students. You had your clone say those words? Kakashi looked unfazed by the explanation. To attract my attention while the real you hid in the mist and watched me. Nice plan. Zabuza's eyes widened dramatically. But, I'm also not that easy. His real body appears behind Kakashi whose eyes widen. The ninja's clone disappears in a splash. Naruto was surprised by the clone's disappearance. That one's a fake too? He screams out as Kakashi swung around. Zabuza raises his sword yet again and swung it with great force. Fortunately Kakashi was always quick on his feet so he ducked down low to avoid it. The sword embedded in the dirt with his palm flat on the butt of the hilt. Using the sword to make his balance complete so that he could put more power in the kick he let loose at Kakashi. It hit the silver-headed ninja in his midriff and he flew from the impact. Tazuna and Sakura were the only ones surprised about the fight since the other two were watching closely. Both boys' eyes held tints of red around the irises. Now, Zabuza thought as he grabs the sword up again to yank it out of the dirt as he ran off after Kakashi. His eyes widen and he stops quickly when he noticed the Makibishi, throwing nails, thrown all over the ground. Foolish, he mutters as Kakashi lands in the water. Naruto freaks. Sensei. He shouts out as his complexion starts to pale. Kakashi-sensei got knocked down? She thought in confusion. He's also strong in taijutsu. Sasuke thought as he evaluates the enemy ninja. Kakashi broke through the surface of the water even though it was hard to do so. What? This water is heavy. As he kept on struggling to get above the water, Zabuza appeared behind him. Hey, fool. He put his hands together to form multiple signs quickly. Water prison no jutsu. Kakashi's eyes widen in shock. Damn. He looked behind at the ninja, then water surrounded him completely. What? You may have been trying to escape to the water, but that was a big mistake. Zabuza taunts with his hand embedded in the water prison to make sure it stays formed. Hee. I now have you in my inescapable special prison. It makes things tougher if you can move, you know? Now, Kakashi, we can finish things later. First, I'll take care of them. His hand formed a sign. Water clone no jutsu. He's stronger than I expected. Kakashi thought as he starts to panic. He watched the clone appear as the rest of the group starts backing up and staring at it. Naruto's eyes are wide with the red tint still barely visible. Unknowingly, his scent changes. Hee, wearing forehead protectors and acting like real ninjas. The clone wobbled a little. But you know what? A real ninja is someone who has survived numerous brushes with death. Naruto's scent grew even stronger and wafted towards Zabuza's clone. Basically, once you're good enough to be listed in my handbook, then you can start calling yourself a ninja. You guys should not be referred to as ninjas. The clone looked like his body faded away. The scent hit him really hard and his manhood stiffened immediately. Why is it I want to kill him but fuck him so bad right now? Naruto looks around him with his mouth opened. He's disappeared again. His eyes widened when he saw the heart on the clone was toting. He was then kicked as the owner of said clone and Kakashi wonder about the clone being aroused. As Naruto flew from the kick, his Hite Ite came undone. The boy slid across the opening as the clone stomps on the Hite Ite trying to get his body in order. Sasuke's eyes narrow at the still visible heart-on. Naruto. Sakura shouts out with a frightened expression on her face. How can my clone be aroused by someone who is just a brat? Zabuza wonders out loud. Kakashi starts panicking with the knowledge of Naruto being in danger. Goo, you guys. Take Tazuna-san and run away. You have no chance of beating him. The man shouts to his students. He noticed that a shimmer waved over Naruto's body. What was that? As long as he's keeping me trapped in this prison, he can't move. The water clone cannot go very far from his real body. Everyone but Naruto started backing away. Just run away now. As they slowly moved away, Naruto felt trying to get away from the aroused clone who was stroking his length while slowly approaching the shimmering blonde. Sasuke's eyes widen as Sakura trips and falls into a hole that was riddled with rocks that knock her out. As he looked back at Naruto, he starts panicking as the genjutsu disappears from the blonde's body. Zabuza's eyes widen as he takes in the sleeveless orange and blue jacket that could no longer close due to Naruto's bigger breast size. His pants were now a skirt that hid black spandex shorts. His hair was put in pigtails. Why would she disguise herself as a boy? Zabuza's clone wonders as his throbs while he continues to slink towards Naruto. Naruto's shirt made of chainmail that didn't hide his pink bra. Why did he knock my Hite off? That was the only thing I got to keep my genjutsu up. Naruto slides even further away as his shapely legs bunched in the effort to stay away from the clone. This is a Junin, a real ninja. At this rate, I'm really going to die. Naruto starts to shake as he got up and his hand throbs in pain from the previous day's wounds. Ouch. He looks at his hand and started feeling depressed as he remembered how he extracted the poisoned blood from it. He looked over his shoulder at the stalking clone that stopped and stomped on his Hite. Kakashi looked at Naruto's true appearance in amazement. Everything that came to pass and made him strong enough to earn the Hite flew quickly through his brain. That's right, I became a ninja, and decided I wouldn't run away anymore. Naruto slowly stood up on his feet. His pigtails swayed in the air and Tazuna looked up from the knocked-out kunoichi to what appeared to be another one. His eyes widens as he wonders what happened to the boy. I won't run. He starts running towards Zabuza. Ooh, no don't. Kakashi shouts out. From Sasuke's point of view, he now knew why Naruto changed his outfit. The blonde's breasts bounced as he was running. The brunette couldn't move. All he could do was look at his boyfriend's body in amazement as he took in the enormous change in the body from the only time he did see him naked. Bah, idiot. Zabuza hit the boy and Naruto rolled head over heels, then slid the rest of the way towards Sasuke as Tazuna retrieved the unconscious Sakura from the pit. Naruto's pigtails had dirt in them and shook as he struggled to get up. Sasuke's eyes widened when he noticed Naruto held his Hite in his bandaged hand. Gu. Naruto grits out as his whole body shakes with the struggle of getting up. Everyone's eyes were dead on him, watching his every move. As he is almost standing straight up, he pauses. Hey, you eyebrow-less freak? As he speaks, blood is pouring from his mouth. Put this in your handbook. The man who will one day become Hokage. He pauses as he stands straight up with his breasts jutting straight out. He raised the Hite and started readying it around his head. As he tightens it, his body rose up the genjutsu again and his real body is covered again in the facade of being a boy. Leaf Village Ninja, Uzumaki Naruto. As soon as he finished saying this, Sakura regained consciousness and got up to stand at the ready in front of Tazuna. Naruto? Kakashi looked at his student in wonder. Oh, so that midget's short for a reason. He's not as super useless as I first thought. Tazuna thought as his face held a bright smile on it. Sasuke, lend me your ear. Naruto shouts to his boyfriend, teammate. What is it? The brunette asks curiously. I have a plan. The blonde says with a smirk on his face. A plan in this situation? Sasuke thought with his Uchiha smirk trained fully towards the one who held his heart. PFT, teamwork from you? What's this feeling? This is Naruto. Sakura wonders with a blush on her cheeks as she watched what appeared like lovers teasing each other. Now, Naruto grins widely as he wipes blood off of his chin. Let's get wild. A lot of arrogance, but do you stand a chance? Zabuza's clone asks as his body was relieved of his arousal. This is bad, Kakashi thought. What are you doing? Run away. This fight was over the moment I was caught. Our duty is to protect Tazuna-san. Did you forget that, old man? Naruto turned to look at Tazuna. Well, Tazuna smirks. I planted this seed myself. I'm not going to now say that I desire to live so much that I'd stop you. I'm sorry guys, fight as much as you want. PFT. Sasuke smirked and turned his face towards Naruto. You hear that? Are you ready? Naruto asks as his grin grew brighter. Ha, ha 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 ha, Zabuza's clone ducked his head down while laughing. You guys will never grow up. What? Naruto screams. Going to keep playing ninja, He makes his fingers flex. When I was about your age. He looked at the palms of his hands. Hands that itched to touch the boy. These hands were already dyed red with blood. Everyone gulps. Devil, Zabuza? Kakashi grits out. Ah, so you've heard a little about it. Zabuza said to Kakashi. Long ago, in the Hidden Mist Village, also called the Blood Mist Village, there was a final obstacle in becoming a ninja. Kakashi cut himself off. You even know about that graduation exam? His eyes looked at Kakashi. That exam? Naruto asks, then Zabuza laughs. What's this graduation exam thing? The man continues to laugh, which makes Naruto's eyes furrow. Fights to the death between the students. The man says gravely. Huh? Naruto wonders as his eyes narrow. Kakashi looks at his student. Friends who have trained and eaten at the same table are pitted against each other and go at it, until one of them loses his life. These are friends who had helped each other and shared dreams. Kakashi explained. Terrible? Sakura muttered out. 10 years ago, the Hidden Mist graduation exam was forced to change. This change came after the previous year, when a devil appeared. The seriousness in Kakashi's voice made Sakura brow furrow. Sasuke noticed that Naruto was still pale. Change? Sakura asked as Sasuke took out an energy bar. Tazuna's eyebrows quirked when Sasuke held it to Naruto's lips, making the boy eat. He then took medicine out to make the boy swallow. What change? What did this devil do? The girl didn't even see the intimate hands Sasuke had on Naruto's back as they waited for the pill's effects to start. Without pause or hesitation, a young boy who was not even a ninja, had killed over 100 of the students. The clone shook with anger at the brunette boy touching his new toy. He disappeared and slammed Sasuke into the ground, stomping on him. Sasuke-kun! Sakura screams out as Kakashi's face explodes in anger at the sight of blood spewing out of his student's mouth. Naruto starts growling in his throat. Die! Zabuza says as he pressed more of his weight on Sasuke's stomach. Damn it! Naruto grits his teeth and creates hand signs. Cage Bunshin no Jutsu. He creates a few shadow clones as Zabuza takes his foot off of Sasuke in shock and stared at the blonde. Ah, shadow clones, and a large amount. Zabuza watches as every clone grabs a hold of a kunai. Here I come. They grit out as Sasuke got on his hands and knees. Naruto sent his clones after Zabuza. Filled with renewed energy, the clones jumped up and covered Zabuza while giving Sasuke a chance to get up and move away. Ura! Zabuza spins wildly with his sword. Whoa! Naruto's clones cried out as they disappeared. It's useless, he can't be beaten. Tazuna started getting worried as he watched Naruto sliding across the dirt with his backpack in his hand. This is the only way to defeat him. Naruto dug around in his bag and found the shuriken. Sasuke. He throws the shuriken that was still folded to his boyfriend. Sasuke saw something odd about the shuriken. I see, so that's the plan. Good thinking, Naruto. Sasuke said as he slid in the dirt enough to gather his footing. He then unlocked the blades so they were in their original places. Naruto smirked as Zabuza's eyes widened. Evil Wind Shuriken, Shadow Windmill. Sasuke's closed eyes flashed open to stare deadly at the man. He jumps up into the air. A shuriken won't work against me. Zabuza's clone says as he didn't take his eyes off of the boy. Sasuke threw the shuriken and the clone was shocked as it went right by him instead of hitting him. I see, you're aiming at the real me, but that's not enough. He says as he caught the shuriken with his real hand. He was shocked to see another directly underneath it. Another one in the shuriken's shadow? That's Shadow Shuriken no Jutsu. Kakashi says as the shuriken spins even closer to the man. A second shuriken hiding in the blind spot. Sakura's cheeks flush in wonder as she watched the blades get closer to the shocked Zabuza. Sasuke and Naruto looked on as it got closer and closer. Zabuza shocks Kakashi as he jumps high enough to miss it. But, still not enough. His eyes held a crazed look on it. He dodged it. Sakura gasps out. Hey! Sasuke smirked. As the shuriken got a little bit away from Zabuza, it transformed into Naruto. Huh? Everyone was shocked but Sasuke, who is still smirking. Now, Naruto draws back his kunai while Zabuza looks at him in shock. He throws the kunai at Zabuza. Raw! Zabuza watches the kunai as it shot straight at him. Just to avoid it he had to remove his arm from the water prison that held Kakashi captive. The kunai had cut Zabuza right below his eye. He looks directly at Naruto with blood-shot furious eyes as he drops down into the water. Everyone's shocked faces grew scared as they watched Zabuza start spinning the shuriken faster and faster. Damn brat. Zabuza's soon-to-be attack was stopped in mid-spin as Kakashi brought his fist up to stop the blades from their deadly spinning. The blade cut through Kakashi's metal handguard, making blood drip down his hand. Kakashi looked into Zabuza's eyes, showing pure fury directed at him. Zabuza's eyes widen. Kakashi-sensei. Sakura shouts out in glee as Naruto broke the water surface with a gasp. Naruto, great plan, you guys have grown up, he says to the drenched boy. Hey, I got distracted and released the jutsu. Zabuza said as an excuse. Wrong, you didn't release it, you were forced to release it. When Kakashi says it cockily, Zabuza's jaw clenched in fury. Hey, all you're doing is copying me. You can't beat me, you monkey bastard. Kakashi said word for word of what he said, which in turn pissed Zabuza off even more. Damn you, I'll make it so you can never open that mouth again. He shouts at Kakashi. Then something hit him. That is, me? That's not possible. Is this one of his genjutsus? Water explosion no jutsu. Kakashi mimicked him again. As Zabuza looked closely at the Sharingan he noticed it was spinning. What? Impossible. Instead of Zabuza's jutsu working, it was Kakashi's working. A huge tidal wave swept Zabuza up into the air. He got swallowed up by the water. The others were hit by the after effects of it. The man struggles as the water envelopes him completely. The water slammed him into a tree and he cries out from the impact. It's over, Kakashi says from a branch right above him. How? Can you see the future? He asks as he looks at the man from the corner of his eyes. Yeah, you're going to die, Kakashi says as he showed the man his kunai. Whistling sounds from senbons flying through the air broke the deadly quiet. They pierced the man in the neck, shocking him. Everyone's eyes widen as they watch Zabuza hit the dirt. A young boy with a hunter ninja mask stood on a branch in the tree next to Kakashi's. Hee, you're right. He's dead. 3 inches, he says. Naruto climbs out of the water with a shocked look on his face as he noticed the hunter nin standing there. Zabuza lay on the ground with dim eyes, and Kakashi disappears off of the branch to appear next to Zabuza. Everyone's face held pensive expressions as they watched the Junin check Zabuza's vitals. He really is dead. Kakashi's eye focuses onto the hunter nin. Thank you very much. The ninja bows to them. I have been searching for the opportunity to kill Zabuza for a long time. That mask. You're a hidden mist hunter nin. The Junin, states the young man. Impressive, you are correct. He answers, still bowing. Hunter nin? Naruto asks as he slides to stand guard in front of his team and Tazuna. Yes, my duty is to hunt down missing nins. I'm a member of the Hidden Mist Hunter Nin team. He answers to the young teen. From his voice and his height he's probably not much older than Naruto, yet he's a hunter nin. Kakashi muses. He's not a normal kid. Naruto shifts his feet as his blue eyes narrow on the boy. He swings his head around to stare at his sensei that was still crouching down beside Zabuza's corpse. He then swung his gaze back to the boy and grits his teeth hard. The young boy stares back at Naruto, observing the young boy who made his Zabuza hard in their fight. Naruto glares at Zabuza, wishing he could kick the man. His attention flew back to the young boy who looks at him now in confusion. What the hell? Naruto shouts out as he points a finger at the hunter nin who is standing patiently in the tree. Who are you? Sasuke looks at his boyfriend in shock while Sakura is startled. Don't worry, Naruto. He's not the enemy, Kakashi says as he straightens his body. Naruto looks at his sensei in surprise. I'm not asking that, the blonde boy shouts out. That Zabuza was killed. A guy that's strong. Kakashi walks towards the energetic boy. A guy that's strong was killed by a kid. By a kid not much different from me. We look stupid. How can understand that? Well, I know how you feel, but... Kakashi walks even closer to Naruto. But, this is also the truth. Kakashi smiles slightly, even though no one could tell because of his mask, as he saw the outlines of Naruto's genjutsu. He rubs Naruto's blonde hair gently. In this world, there exist kids younger than you. Naruto looked up at the man who held his hand on top of his head. He looks directly at Naruto. Yet stronger than me. Sasuke listens intently to Kakashi as he glares at the man's hand. Naruto puts on his best annoyed expression even though his cheeks hold a tinge of blush. The hunter nin disappears from his branch to pop back up beside Zabuza. He kneels down and lifts Zabuza's arm over his shoulder. Your battle is now over. And now I must dispose of this body. Since it seems to be a body with many secrets. He held his finger up in a sign. Farewell. With that said, he and the corpse disappear. He's gone. Naruto shouts out as Kakashi brought his Hite Ite down to cover his Sharingan. Ha! Now, we have to get Tazuna-san back to his home. Let's go. Kakashi turns around. Ha ha ha. Super thanks, guys. He laughs loudly as he lifts his hat up a little. Come over to my house and rest for a while. After he finished talking, everyone looked shocked as Kakashi fell over. Huh? What's wrong? Sakura shrieks at her sensei. Kakashi-sensei. Naruto panics as the man doesn't make any move. My body won't move. I used the Sharingan too much. Kakashi thought as he had an ashamed expression on his face. 0505500505. Okay, we will now start the training. Kakashi said as he talked to his team in the forest not far from Tazuna's house. Hell yeah, Naruto shouts out. Okay, before that. Kakashi leans heavily on the crutches that support a good portion of his weight. I want to talk to you about the shinobi ability, chakra. Naruto squints his eyes. I heard about it somewhere. What's chakra? You're a ninja and you don't know that? What do you learn in school? Sakura yelled at him while pointing a finger at him. Kakashi lowered his head and shook it. Hee, I used to sleep during the hard classes. Naruto says to the girl. But that wasn't my fault. Sarutobi kept me awake with genjutsu homework and sometimes I didn't get to sleep until early in the morning. This is bad, Kakashi thought. He then let Sakura explain it to him. After she finishes, she holds a smug look on her face because she is really smart in her opinion. Hey, I didn't understand that complicated explanation, but isn't that something you learn with your body? Naruto asks as Sakura looks like she's about to pummel him. Naruto is right. We can already use jutsu. Sasuke says. Nope. Kakashi looks at him with a bored expression. You guys are not using chakra properly. What? Naruto screeches. His voice sounded girlish. Sakura tried to ignore this, but a picture of Naruto as a girl pops into her head. She looks at Kakashi in shock. Well, listen. He pauses as he looks at the two male teens. As Sakura said earlier, to release chakra means to bring out physical and spiritual energy and mix them together within your body. You guys are not using chakra effectively yet. Even if you are able to release a high amount of chakra, unless you control it properly, the jutsu will be weakened or not work at all. And by wasting energy, you won't be able to fight as long. These kinds of weaknesses appear. So, what should we do? Naruto laughs as he grins goofily and rubs the back of his head. Learn how to control it. Through very tough training, he answers. Naruto has a concerned look on his face. What are we going to do? Sakura asked with a frown on her face. Sasuke just watches Naruto. Tree climbing, he says while looking at them. Tree climbing? They all exclaim. Yeah, they look at him stupidly. Sounds boring, Naruto thought as Sasuke moved closer to his side. The boys both looked at the man like he was an insect. What kind of training is that? Sakura asks as she sneers at her sensei. Well, listen until the end. This isn't normal tree climbing. He held his weight more on the crutches as he brought his hands up. You'll climb without using your hands. Sasuke held a small tint of shock on his face. Sounds like fun, Naruto thought as his face held an excited grin. How? Sakura asks as she gave a wary look anyone would give to a crazy person. Well, watch. Kakashi put his hands together in a sign as he concentrated his chakra. He started walking towards a tree, and placed his first step onto the bottom base of it. His students kept their eyes on him and their eyes widened as he continued to walk up the side of that tree. Sasuke is speechless as Naruto got a dreamy look on his face. He's climbing. Naruto looked like he was going to burst from excitement. Vertically, with just his legs? Sakura said, not being able to tear her eyes from Kakashi as he continued up the tree only to stop upside down on a branch. You understand now? Gather your chakra in the bottom of your feet and climb up a tree. He smiles down at them. This is something you can do once you use chakra well. Wait a minute, how is learning how to climb up a tree going to make us stronger? Sakura shouts up at him. Here's the main part. Listen closely, he says as he looks down at his knowledge-seeking students. The purpose of this training is. He pauses as he turns serious. First, to teach you how to control chakra. To bring out the proper amount to the proper area. As I said earlier, this is the most important aspect when using jutsu. This can be difficult for even a skilled ninja. So basically, Naruto shakes with excitement. From this tree climbing, you must gain the stamina needed for this proper control. Kakashi withdrew kunai from his pocket. Well, me talking all day isn't going to accomplish anything. This is something you'll have to learn with your body. He throws 3 kunai to land right in front of each one of his students. They were startled from this action. Use those kunai to mark how high you make it up the tree. Then use that mark as your goal and try to surpass it. As he watched his students bend down to pick up the sharp objects, he finished his chore for them. You guys won't be good enough to just walk up the tree at first. So get some momentum and try running up the tree. Got it? This training is nothing to me. Naruto says as his grin widens and he swings his kunai around and tightens his grip on it. I could do it before breakfast. 'Cause I'm the most improved. He points at Kakashi with the same hand that holds the kunai. Sasuke is speechless about his boyfriend's cluelessness. Why don't you stop the bragging, pick a tree and hurry up and try to climb it? Kakashi says to the boy. Okay, first I gather chakra in my feet. Naruto and the others concentrate and dust gathers around their feet. Here I go. Naruto yells and they all run towards their selected trees. Naruto only takes one step up and falls back hard enough his head bounces. Ouch. Sasuke continues for about 9 steps. The bark broke under his feet from using too much chakra. Before Sasuke could start falling, he put a mark right above his last step. He flipped a few times before straightening his body and landing on his feet. His eyes flew to his mark on the tree. I can't believe it would be this hard. Too much chakra and the wood cracks. But too weak and you don't stick at all, and that happens. Sasuke looks at Naruto as he rolls around on the ground holding the back of his head. Well, that's about the difference between those two. The silver-headed Junin thought as he watched the couple. This is pretty easy. Sakura shouts out and everyone's eyes flew to her. Sakura sat on top of her tree, sticking her tongue out at them. A kunai stuck in the tree right besides her. Sakura-chan, Naruto shouts at her. It looks like the best at controlling chakra right now is Sakura. Kakashi states. Sasuke is still kneeling down disappointed. Wow, you're great Sakura. That's the girl I put my confidence in. Naruto shouts up at her with a grin on his face. Though I am pissed off a bit, that should be me or Sasuke. I wanted Sasuke to be impressed. Why does this happen? She bowed her head down depressed until something caught her eye. Sasuke had gotten up and walked over to Naruto to check the boy's head where it hit the ground. He rubbed the blonde hair and showed a concerned smile, and Naruto's face gentles just for Sasuke. No way. Wow, not only does she know about chakra, but her control and stamina are quite good. As of now, Sakura is the closest to Hokage, unlike a certain someone. Naruto flinches as Sasuke accidentally touched the knot on Naruto's head harder than necessary. I guess the Uchiha clan isn't worth much either. Sasuke's eye narrows at this. Shut up, sensei. Sakura says as she throws a kunai at the man. He's going to get mad at me. He's been getting mad at me every time someone messes with Naruto as well. The boys look at each other. Of course, Naruto and Sasuke have an incomparably greater amount of chakra within them. If this training goes well, they could be powerful assets. Kakashi stared at the boys. Okay, first I'm going to catch Sasuke. I'm going to do it. Naruto thought his plan through. Tazuna's grandson peeped out from behind a tree. He started walking away. 0505500505. Oh, ouch. Naruto leans against the tree rubbing the now larger knot on his head. Sasuke kneeled 5 feet away panting. His tree was riddled with multiple lines that extended past his first mark by 2 feet. Sakura lay down in front of her tree, panting. I'm worn out, what stamina those two have. She looks at Naruto and his tree and shook her head. But Naruto isn't approving at all. It's about time he gives up and starts complaining. Shit, Naruto bursts out. I knew it. He sure is easy to read, huh? She then noticed that Naruto was kneeling down in front of her. Could you give me some tips? Naruto asks her quietly. Huh? Sakura's eyes widen. He's going to get stronger and stronger. Kakashi thought as he watched Naruto and Sakura. But just how strong? Because Naruto, your chakra potential is most likely above Sasuke, and even above my own. I'm really looking forward to this. The boys continue getting higher. The only difference was that Naruto was quicker than Sasuke. Half of the team was in town, so it was just the couple there. Duh! Naruto shouts as he runs up the tree the same time Sasuke did. His foot started sliding, so he hurriedly made his mark. He flips and lands on the ground. His shocked gaze followed Sasuke's movement up the tree. Even though Naruto was further than Sasuke, his marks are higher. Damn it! Sasuke keeps climbing higher and higher. He pants as he watches Sasuke make a mark on the tree, but noticed that there wasn't much of a difference from the last mark. He jumped against both his and Naruto's tree as he goes down. He then notices Naruto's marks are higher now. Damn, he's catching up to me. He pants as he lands and Naruto continues to watch him. God damn it. No. Stop thinking about Sasuke. He shook his head rapidly to get his thoughts in order. I'll just lose my concentration. He thought back to the advice Sakura gave him. Focus. Good, this is working. Okay, here it goes. He gets ready to run up the tree when... Hey, Naruto. When Sasuke shouts to get his attention, he slips and falls on his face. What the hell is your problem? Sasuke looks at him and stares. Well, he walks to the blonde. What is it? He asks with a perturbed look on his face. It's rare for him to talk to me, lately, he's just tried to get in my pants. Wah! Sasuke's cheeks flared red. What did Sakura tell you? Naruto's eyes shot wide at how cute his boyfriend looked when he blushed. He then had a devilish look appear on his face. It's a secret. Naruto watches in mere amusement as Sasuke's face turned redder and held shock. They stare dead on at each other in silence. Sasuke crept closer and then kneeled down in front of Naruto. Come on, tell me. He purrs in a deep voice against Naruto's ear. I'll make it worth your while. He took Naruto's earlobe into his mouth and sucked on it. Naruto moans and shivers at the pleasure that mouth is giving him. Sasuke. He calls out, trying to get the brunette's attention. Stop it. Sasuke distracts him enough to untie his headband. The metal clink didn't even register in Naruto's mind as it hit the ground. Then Genjutsu falls and Sasuke's hand slithers up the chain mail shirt to grab a handful of Naruto's breast. Ah! Naruto cries out, not ever feeling the pleasure before. Sasuke lays Naruto down on the ground and kisses him. His tongue broke through the blonde's lips and stroked the tongue that thirsted for the other. Naruto's hands grabbed a hold of Sasuke's shirt as the boy moves over Naruto. Sasuke moves the shirt bra up over his breasts, revealing Naruto's breasts and brown nipples. A smirk is revealed on the boy's lips as he releases the plump petals. He lets his eyes dip down to stare at the breasts that are moving with each of Naruto's breaths. You're even more beautiful now, Koi. Sasuke says as he quickly takes a nipple into his mouth and sucks on it. And, Sasuke, don't? Naruto pants out as his fingers are treading through the black tresses. Sasuke starts pinching the other nipple as he notices Naruto's spandex shorts are growing tighter and in the apex between his thighs it grew wet. Ah, you say you want me to stop, but your body says otherwise. His hands grab the hem of the orange skirt and black spandex and pull them off in one fell swipe. Sasuke's nose almost started to bleed at how beautiful Naruto looked. A patch of blonde hair surrounded Naruto's length that stood proud, already dripping precum at a steady rate. Oh yeah, let's check the other part. As he says this, Naruto's eyes widen. Sasuke's hand strokes over his sack and touches Naruto's clit. Ah, Sasuke. Naruto tries to grab his hand, but Sasuke was quicker. He grabs Naruto's wrists and held his arms above his head. Please, Sasuke, don't. Sasuke pulls his shorts down and grabs wires to tie Naruto's hands to a kunai. With one hand he wraps around both of their hardened lengths. With his other he thrusts 2 fingers inside of Naruto's damp folds. And Naruto thrusts his hips up, making Sasuke's other hand move over their velvety skin. Sasuke moans and starts stroking them at a fast pace. They both cry out when Naruto's inner folds start tightening around the boy's fingers. Sasuke, more. He yells out and the boy obliges by quickening their pace. Sasuke starts having dots flash before his eyes and they both felt like a spring is tightening in their stomachs. Sasuke. He cries out as he comes on both of Sasuke's hands. His inner passage squirts while clamping onto Sasuke's fingers, causing him to tighten his other hand, which made him come all over his hand and their softening members. Naruto, I love you. He pants out as he lies down and rests his head on Naruto's breasts. I love you, too. Naruto shivers from all of the sweat covering him. Okay, that's enough, love birds. If you go any further, Sasuke, I will personally have to discipline you. Now clean up and go back to town. Kakashi says sternly as he stands there with a furious look in his eye. That's all for now. If you enjoy then please like, share and do comments.